Happy Thursday, you guys. I see there's some people in here and you're not the chatty ones, and that's okay. First card up is card number 12. 1 and 2 is 3. Trinity. We're the 11th today. Tomorrow's the 12th. We're actually the 12th today in some time zones already right now. Simon, 1532, mentioned that he felt the 12 of Friday tomorrow was going to be just a big day. He didn't have any specific words for it, but liberty. Liberty is the word on this card. So I'm going to anchor in the word liberty for the timeline of right now, the 11th into the 12th. Why? Because if Simon said he felt that the 12th was an important day, and that I just grabbed the card liberty with number 12, that's what I'm going to anchor in. So whether the collective chooses to feel liberated or feel that liberty feeling or not is a free will choice, but I can still anchor that. Does that make sense? My intention? Hey, Tonya. Hey there, G. You're at work, saw I was live. Right on. Happy work day. You must almost be done, though, eh? And I say that, but we're in a different, just a little bit, yeah. I think we're an hour difference of a time zone, or are we in the same time zone? I can't remember. I can't remember, and I know you're at work, so you probably can't answer. Do what you gotta do, Tonya. I'll just flip some cards, and that's it. You still have over 4 hours? Right on, sweetie. That's what I thought, that you didn't, like, you know what I mean, finish, like, your work day at 5 or something like that. Speaking of work day at 5, I'm an hour ahead. It's 2:42. It's 15:41. Whoa. You know what? First of all, if it's 2:42 for you and my phone is saying that it's still 15:41, my phone has been 1 minute behind most other devices for I don't know how many months now. And I only notice it with my iPad or when Lily calls a timestamp and I look down and it's like I'm 1 minute behind. Also, some of my apps on my phone, they are 3 hours behind. It's really strange, but whatever. I'm leaving it like that because I don't want to mess with resetting my phone. I don't like to reset my phone because then I got to start from scratch to put all my information again, and it just boom, it drives me batshit. That's crazy, G. 1 minute behind. I know, because it's an iPhone. It resets itself to time, right? But yeah, when my iPhone, when I reset it in February, at the end of February, it completely anchored itself into everything anchored itself to 3 hours behind Pacific time. And so I at first I was like, it's going to reset itself. Then it didn't. So I was like, okay, I went in and manually changed what I could. But like I said, I'm 1 minute behind. And some of my apps are 3 hours behind. And it's just really weird because it's just that thing of, first of all, letting go of time. I was talking about this yesterday in my stream where sometimes I look at my because I don't have any other time in my house. My stove has a time, but I don't set it to the right time. I let it go to whatever numbers show up. So if we have a power outage and it's flashing, I just press on it so that it stops flashing, but it's going to connect to whatever time is written. So when I look at my phone sometimes, what I realize, like for years now, is I don't really look at my phone for the time unless I specifically need it sometimes, which is rare. But I look for the number syncs. It's the numbers that are important to me. And I can literally look at the time and not click to what time it is, even if I just saw like 13:13 on the screen, because me connected to the 13:13, but did not like bring into my awareness that it was actually 1:13 Eastern time type of thing, right? Gotta go back to work. Right on. Thanks for coming in, Tonya. Delaney Pearl Jones, how's it going? Are you feeling in and out of time and loopy and stuff, Delaney? Personally, the last since August began, I'm going to say, I'm neither here nor there. The way that things are merging, blending, coming through, like last week was one of the hardest weeks I've ever had in my 50 and a half fucking years on this planet. And not in a way of wanting to exit or having a dark night of the soul that was akin to what I'm used to. It was more of a stripping of like the belief systems of certain things that I believe, like spiritual wise, like my naivete was ripped off of me, and the like aha of certain stuff coming up, how it feels now to be with anybody, and if you're not at the same frequency, and you know somebody's got to go up or down, somebody's got to dip up or down, or it doesn't connect, right? And how surreal that feels right now. It is just, I don't even have like the proper words for it, because it's just surreal, right? It's just surreal. Where's my book? The book. Okay, I thought, oh, there it is. I know I'm kind of organized right now, so I knew it was close. First card up was number 12, Liberty, Liberté. Lily is named after the word liberty. The Li of Lily on one, from one perspective, is Li, the Li of liberty, and that's why I chose double L, like Li for her name. And I say I chose it. I was downloaded for years her name before she ever came into my reality. She and I, through dream time, you know what I mean, the name came through. But the Li is for liberty. The Li is also for like a lily of the valley, rose of Sharon, right? That quote from the Bible. There's a lot of other layers to Lily's name. That's just what I'm going to say for that right now. But yeah, so the first card up was liberty. The second card up is horse, which I do believe speaks of liberty, but I can't remember the exact wording of the book. And it's a beautiful white horse going through a gateway, which I just named a video Gateway, the G with the 8. The G with the 8 was important. I know we're all focused on thinking we're going to, you know, we're bringing in a fifth dimensional, you know, reality and all that, but it goes so beyond that. It goes so beyond. It's past just 5. Right? 5 is just the marker point for a little bit of understanding, but it's so much more multi-layered and farther and more and deeper than that. Anyways, I'm going to leave that at that. 24. 2 and 4 is 6. Horse, freedom. To be truly free, we must learn true independence. Trust yourself, as listening to people who have other agendas is not the way to make... I did put the timer, honey. The timer's on? Did I? Just a second, excuse me. Yeah, the timer's on for 25 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was kind of done so I could see it.
No, I put the timer on just to make sure. I know I'll smell it, but I don't want it to, you know what I mean. Sorry guys, I got shepherd pie in the oven. Trust yourself, as listening to other people who might have other agendas is not the way to make good, clear decisions. Indeed, you know, some people are there to witness. We bounce something off them, then we have our aha and our epiphany, right? It doesn't mean like don't ever like talk to people and bounce off ideas or whatever, right? But it really does mean, to what point does anyone else have another agenda for you when? And it could be with pure intent, right? Trying to flow you into a better timeline, giving advice and ideas. But at some point, sometimes it's not about fixing a timeline or fixing anybody. It's just about listening, right? And that agenda thing, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad or evil or not pure, because people have good intentions because they want to help. But it's like, bruh, all you had to do was listen. All you had to do was hold space, right? The rest is not up for, like, it's not fixable right this second. It's just about being there for somebody. Individualization, excuse me, big word. I didn't practice my big words yet today. Individualization from our parents is a natural process, although it's often fought with difficulty on both sides. Your true power resides in your ability to always know you have a choice and that it's yours to make. And that's the hard thing sometimes, where we feel like we don't have a choice, where we feel cornered, right? Nobody puts baby in a corner. That classic line from Dirty Dancing. Okay, nobody puts baby in a corner, but baby can put herself there herself and really not even know how to get out of that fucking corner sometimes, right? Holy shitballs, guys, right? We've all been there and done it. And you know what? The corner is the best place to pivot from, because there's somewhere to push off and pivot, right? Once you're in the corner. Hey, Wolf Dude, oh, a card, please, Mama Bear. Yup, I'm on it. I'm just going to finish this one a little bit more and then read what's on the screen, and then I've got you, Wolf Dude. How's everything going? Are you okay? You keep saying ow. It sounds so dramatic, and I feel like I should have asked if I should suck your toes or something.
I stubbed my toe twice.
Wow, well that's cool. The last person I just heard saying I stubbed my toe was Aphrodite Rose Starfire at the end of her video. So sync up. You synced with Aphrodite, baby. I swear I watched a little reel or whatever you call the little blurbs, and she was in a grocery store, and the last thing she said before the video ended was, ow, I stubbed my toe again. Sync. Okay, she wasn't as whiny as you, though.
I don't care.
Hi, Crystal Clear. How's everything? Welcome in. Horse Spirit is just kind of hanging out. I'm going to finish reading it. The white horse, right? Rawr, right, white horse. Okay, horse magic is profoundly free and beautiful and powerful. To ride a horse at full gallop is to experience a sacred bolt of the most primal liberty. Boom, I knew the word liberty. Yes, primal liberty. Personally, I've been on a horse since 2016, and I did not get to gallop. 15, I did not get to gallop. But yeah, the freedom of being on or near horses, and if you can get that gallop going, it's a game changer, that's for sure. Rawr. I could get myself to some horse energy fast and simply, I would. Boom. It says 8-8 on my screen. As I said, at 8-8, one person disappeared and it became 7-8. Thanks for leaving the like in passing, whoever that was. When you were feeling trapped or small, was just talking about feeling like baby. Nobody puts baby in a corner, but we put ourselves there, right? When you're feeling trapped or small, expand your field by calling for horse energy. There's a long history in physical and mental healing with horse energy. And this can be used when you are ill and unstable. Horse energy evokes calm and solid presence and can be used to quiet your spirit when you are feeling disturbed. Love it. You came in on the horse card, crystal clear. And Shannon too. Boom. Hey guys. How's it going, Shannon 222? Pearl Jones says, I've been keeping #LOE logic over emotional because my dick really sucks. Not in a good way. He put the cart before the horse again, and I must strategize survival. Oh, baby girl. Survival. Yeah. Yeah. I love you. I wish I was closer with a non-border between us. The only thing I can do is love you so much from afar, sweetie. I swear, I wish sometimes people would grasp to what point it's like the coming together, the having safe places and communities is so fucking important. All right. Wolf Dude, how about we get you started with a little bit of dragon? A little bit of dragon in your life. A little bit of dragon in your life. Ooh, there it is. That was fast. Like when they fall on the floor, it really is just like that thing of like, whoop, that's it. Whoop, there it is. Sin Gold. Ooh, it's my first time seeing Sin Gold. I forget my Roman numerals. I think it's number 7, but I'm not the best. I used to know my Roman numerals all the way to whatever, but now I can't remember diddly of squat. I think it's number 7. Or is it 12. I don't know. somebody please Google or remember from like grade school what the Roman numeral number is. I'll hold it up in a second. I'm not trying to hide them. And just, okay, maybe if they're in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't think they're in order. Okay, page Sin Gold 76. 76 stands out. So sync already today. Just something I said out loud not long ago. Sin Gold. The gold in the word Sin Gold also stands out. The white gold energy is super prevalent for me right now, as is the green. White, gold, and green, I would say, are my three most like whoa, like colors and stuff right now. You going to sleep, Alex? Love you all. Love you too, dude. I tried to pop in as early as I could, get you for a little bit. Have a good sleep, Alex. Pearl, oh my God, I'm a 1976 dragon. Boom. I knew the 76 was going to be someone or something else. Thanks for validating, Delaney. Okay. Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Moi aussi je t'aime, Alex. Thanks for loving me, Alex. You're the best. Okay. You're going to make me cry, Alex. God, it's so emotional. Okay, Sin Gold is the dragon of gratitude. And when he arrives, we need to take notice of and acknowledge old negative patterns. He asks us to recognize old emotional blocks. For example, these can be self-doubt, fear, or jealousy. He has these words to say about gratitude. Review your life to date and find things to be grateful for so you can rejoice in the way that you are. Acknowledge the fear, envy, guilt, and anger within. Accept the niggling doubts. Admit that they are present, for they are a part of you. That's important. I'm so sick of like act as if and na. So what if I'm scared of something? Fuck, I'm not scared of it all day long, all the time, and like, right? But fuck, just admit it. Just own up to it. Like the whole like, right? It's okay. It really is. Accept that there's niggling doubts. Just admit they're present, for they're part of you. But you don't have a need to dwell there. Exactly. It's the same for like food. I'm so fucking tired of hearing about food and awakening and ascension. Like, not in a bad way of like the specific people who are talking about it, but it just in the way of, guess what? We're supposed to have a pure fucking heart. It has nothing to do with our belly and what we're putting in it. Right? We're allowed to enjoy shit. And just because, you know, one person became a fucking alcoholic and did bad shit when they drank doesn't mean other people are going to do bad, yucky stuff when they drink. Right? The whole, like, just, enough. Anyways, you have no need to dwell there, for they're a part of your past, and it's not relevant to your life now. Right? Exactly. Doesn't matter what you know, just all of it. Instead, revel. Ooh, revel. I like that word. Revel in the pure joy of being alive. Seek the positive in your existence here on earth. Uncover things to rejoice about. Ooh, Joyce. I actually have a Joyce sync today. Weird. Weird. Hey, Creatrix. Gratitude. Shannon. Lots of good vibes. Right on, Creatrix. Loves you. Like my nails? Oh, my nails feel so fancy. Love them. I got the Cali on the tip of my fingers. Okay, that's enough out of me. Uncover things to rejoice about. My nail polish. Whee! Do that which lifts your heart to bring forth your deep inner smile from within. Whoa, you know that difference when you see somebody's soul spark, and even if they're crying, and even if they're having the worst time, and even if they're mad, you look into their eyes and you can still see that soul spark of a smile, right? Like the difference between, like, you know, somebody who's so fucking crusty and you can't see the inner smile, even if they're actually smiling. It's a fairy, just let it go. Okay. You know what I mean? But the inner glow. And that's the thing. Like, find the people that got the eyes that glow for you, right? Seek a totem. Seek totems to act as reminders. These can be objects that are small enough to carry or wear daily. Could be beautiful shells or crystal, but set the intention within it to stay focused on being joyous and feel grateful. So that when your totem is in your person, it reminds you that it all is as it should be. Exactly, says 1111 on my screen. I've been gifting marbles and crystals to people across Canada for years now, and especially the marbles. When people like keep them on their person, but then like locals or people that I see again, when they tell me what happened to their marble, or I couldn't find my marbles for a couple weeks and then I found them in my pants, or my kid wants my marble because and I was like, no, you can't take my marble, it's mine, the lady at the coffee shop gave it to me, right? You got the mom saying to the kid, it's mine, right? The marble is mine. It's so awesome. But the littlest things that we put into our pockets or that we wear can make us happy, but also others. Do you ever have a pendant? Like, how many times I'll have a necklace on and somebody just in the comments, I love the necklace, the energy of it, right? You're on the other side of the world, but you still feel the energy of the pendant that somebody's wearing. It's awesome. Think, chat, chant, write, or sing joy, happiness, peace, laughter, but above all, just have gratitude. Put it to music and dance with it. Practice gratitude numerous times daily until joy and feeling grateful becomes an intrinsic part of your everyday life. Count your blessings until an attitude of gratitude resides in your heart and settles into a new pattern of being. Go forward with deep love in your heart. Boom. Hope there's something in there that resonates with somebody. Shannon, I got to see one of my boyfriends today. Aphrodite is happy. When I first got here 6 months ago, I was dating this guy named Jesse. Then I broke up with him and started dating Matt, and now I'm dating both of them. Jesse and Matt. Oh boy, baby. Holy shitballs. You got more courage than I do. One is like, I can't, yeah. Holy shitballs. No, no, no. No fucking double timing. My gosh. Thanks, Mr. Hugh. Happy new moon. Isn't it a full moon? It's a full moon here in Canada. She's really big and juicy, and I can see her in the sky, Mr. Hugh. Layered by clouds and stuff, but he loves it, like with the cloud cover and stuff, because it shows more. There's more imagery. Like the video that I shared today, I was kind of surprised. Like, did nobody see the turtle but me? Am I the only one that sees the fucking giant turtle up there? Right? Because nobody comment, and I didn't put it out there. Like, do you guys see a turtle? Because I was like, somebody's going to say they see a turtle, but it could be just me, right? We don't all see the same thing. Yeah, full moon. Okay. Just in case, Mr. Hugh, because at this point, dude, time is accelerating so fast that it could be that I thought it was the full moon, but it's going to be new tonight. Everything's going so fast. I swear. Nothing would shock me. Well, nothing. Things shock me all the time, but nothing would shock me. But everything shocks me still sometimes. No way, Creatrix. I love it, Creatrix. Oh my God, the house, 2 doors down. I like that, 2 doors down. Painted their house. The whole house? Not just the door? I thought they painted the door purple. They painted their house purple, not a light violet purple. They have guts. Roar! I love it. I love when like there's like an outlandish or a different freaking color. There's a couple little blue houses around here. They're so quaint to me. They're just like, oh, I kind of want to sometimes just go knock on the door and say like, if you live in a blue house, you must be a little bit cool. You want to be my friend?
We live in a red house.
What?
This 25 minutes is the longest 25 minutes of my life.
I told you before that I could start the food. I gotta check the food for my little monkey. Give me a second.
Now I'm angry.
Now you're angry? Don't be angry at me. It's bubbling. supposed to serve you as well.
Yes.
Did you want ketchup or something?
Yes. And salt and pepper.
Oh my gosh, and salt and pepper? You're wearing me out. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm drooling. I can't even lick it or anything because it's so hot. Can you hear it bubbling from where you are?
Mhm.
Please don't frown and eat some right this second. It's really too hot, okay? I turn the timer on. I have no clue if I was babbling or talking about anything. I'm just gonna catch up to the chat.
We're talking about a purple house.
Oh yeah, the purple house. But anyways, if I was rambling about something, whatever. Catrix, glad you enjoy the polish. Yeah, I'm like kind of like, I'm shocked too. Look, this is like, what's the day? Is it 2 days or 3 already? The day that I texted you. Could be yesterday, I don't remember. Anyways, I've had it on for at least 48 hours and it's still like everywhere. So it's just like, wow, that's even more impressive for me. Whee! Shannon, dating is fun. Good for you, honey. Mia's never dated in my life. And it's like, I don't think I could. I don't.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Dated?
Well, when you get invited to go somewhere, you do something with somebody you don't know, and then you're not sure if you're going to do something after or not, and all that shit. I never done that.
thought you meant
I
like-
never done that. I've
Okay.
never dated.
Oh,
Okay, whatever. What do you want me to say? Let me catch up with the chat. No way, Shannon. I was thinking about painting my nails too. Right on. It's nice. And honestly, usually the nail polishes I had or that I used last year, they were messing up my nails, but these are keeping my nails strong. Right? Because my nails are naturally strong. I don't need lacquer to make myself like a razor blade. I don't need lacquer to be a razor blade of nails, right? But it will take sometimes away from my quality of the texture of my nails. But this stuff and the green one that I was using, which I'll only buy that or find this, just because if it's like I found one color or two that's not hurting my nails, right? It's good. Anyways, boom, that way, the beautiful people, very grateful. Dude, I was in the kitchen scrubbing up the shepherd's pie for Lily that was boiling, and I was like, I wonder if that way's already here. There you are, dude. Whoop, there he is. I want it that way. Tell me why.
I forgot.
The super conscious explorers. Hello, hello. Hi, Genevieve. I had to drop in, say hi, let you know you were in my dream. No way. Thanks for saying. To let you know you were in my dream the night of 8/8. We were chatting through the phone. And I don't remember the conversation except you said you were a Scorpio. Shannon says maybe she has a Scorpio moon sign. She's a Capricorn. Okay, but on 8/8, no joke, I went into a Scorpio reading, right? I always say, yes, I'm a Cappy because that's when I was born, but I resonate with all signs. And on 8/8 specifically, I went into a Scorpio reading, for real. So thanks for that synchronicity, the connection of that. If I said I was a Scorpio, I would wonder what other symbolism there is for the word Scorpio that just doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think if there's a French word. Just the score sorcière, witch in French, even if it's not spelled the same, but I don't know. There's something else to that word. I have no idea what my rising and descending and all of the sudden, all this stuff, right, Shannon? I can't remember none of it. The superconscious explorers. I'm a Scorpio, so I could have projected that one, but I remember saying I need to remember this as I was waking. Well, that's already huge with the sync of the flow of me did go into a Scorpio reading that day. For real. And it's not like I will often, once in a while, right? If I'm scrolling through my stuff and it says Leo, but it doesn't matter if it says Leo. If I'm guided, it doesn't matter if there's no other words, right? Just Leo, April reading, blah, blah, blah. If it glows for me, I go into it, right? There's something for me. But wow, that's so cool. Thanks for sharing. Not everybody like reaches out and says when I dream of somebody specifically, I'll always try like reach out when I can or let somebody know, because then we can like, you know, amplify it. Is there another thing, right? Of flow, all of that. That's cool. Shannon, I just woke up from a nap and I picked up 3 times. The fourth one fell through the crack. Shannon says, I was single for 20 years and now I have 2 boyfriends. I love you, sweetie. You're the best. Oh, that's the best. I was single for 20 years, so now I have 2 boyfriends. Really, Creatrix? You saw the moon last night? It was massive, no clouds around. I fell into a deep sleep, and then later on, I woke up 3 times during the night, but I have to go around the house to see it, you know, at a different time, and I just, okay, she's maybe there somewhere, but I just, right, went back to bed. I wasn't guided to, you know, do more or all that, right? I slept. Crystal clear. I think new moon is actually a full moon and the other is a dark moon, but yeah. The whole house, a purple house. That's too cool. Hi, T. How's it going, T? Yeah, me too. I've thought we were Friday all week. I don't know why. You know what I mean? And it's not particularly for any reason, just the superconscious explorers. I'm having a hell of a time keeping track of time. I had to correct myself multiple times on Tuesday because I thought it was Friday already. Yup, same. And even today or yesterday, like the harnessing in, like it doesn't matter per se what day it is most of the time, but then I've got like, you know, Wednesday is garbage day. It's that one day where it's like there's a responsibility that needs to be taken care of, right? But the way that it always feels like Wednesday's coming so gosh darn fast too, right? Everything's so amplified. Shannon said, I love you. I really only get to see Matt every 2 months, and then I only get to see Jesse every few months. So really, I'm not dating that much. Oh my gosh, I love you, honey. Yeah, that's not, yeah. And you know what I would wish for you is instead of like, you know, part-time lover on one side and a part-time lover on one side, may some like full-time, whoa, embodied masculine, right? Who is consistent, has the time, wants to put forth the effort, and just like, wee, go baby, go. Full-time, not part-time. That's even worse that it's fucking part-time, honey. I'm just saying. Right? Holy fuck. Who do you call? Ghostbusters? Because the fucking other dudes can't show up. You know what I mean? Who you gonna call, Shannon? Ghostbusters. They'll get there faster. 2 months and every few weeks. Fuck. Way to go, guys. I love it. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Shannon, Aphrodite's having fun. Good. You need it. And then consent is consent, baby. That's it. Pearl, you gonna listen as you clean? Right on. Go, Power Ranger. You've got this. Whee! You know what I'm saying, eh? Crystal clear. I've never been on a date either. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, no. I just, yeah. Or I've ruined it too, where a couple years ago, somebody was like so brave to ask me out on a date. It was like, well, I can't really date right now, and even if I wanted to, because I always got my girl, so we could talk or text.
The pizza.
Oh gosh, that's even.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you weren't talking about that?
No, I wasn't. That's another one. Yeah. Anyways, oh my gosh.
He was probably in his 30s too.
I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I just anyways. Yeah, so by the time we texted a few times, it was like very obvious that yeah, I wouldn't want to date you even if I fuck that. I know, I'm not being mean or anything, but yeah, I weeded out the possibility of the date without meaning to. It's Shannon. We're not even going out to dinner. It's snuggles only. I got my snuggles and I want my freedom again. True that, right? The knowing what you need. Crystal clear. I missed the Scorpio reading. Scorpio here. Yeah, it was a random reading that I got guided to that other day. Shannon, Scorpios are the best detectives on the planet, and there's no in hell you will ever lie to a Scorpio, so you've been pulling a lot of cards about secrets. Yeah, I've been pulling a lot of cards about secrets, and I'm the easiest person to pull something over, to be honest, Shannon. It doesn't matter if I have gifts or if I have the sight. I also need to have some sort of life at some point, and people just lie, right? People will lie out of the blue when you didn't even ask them a fucking question. And so, yeah, I'm not the best detective because I know sometimes, but I have a timeline to live anyways, right? Somebody's lying to me in plain sight, and I have to live the timeline anyways, but it's on them, not on me, right? My heart's open, and it doesn't matter if I have that oracle energy. My heart is open. There's a lot of naivete about me because if I go back to jaded, then I'm fucked. I have no awe and wonder when I'm jaded or when I got my guards up, right? So, yeah, somebody could come pull over to Will on Genevieve really fast right now, and for real. And I'd rather say that and believe it and feel that about myself than become a jaded little, person who doesn't allow for any experiences at all, right? Wow, the Superconscious Explorer says, wow, that's so cool. I went through my dream journal because this dream felt familiar. And I found a dream from January 2019 and kept having dreams of watching a guide, a woman on YouTube, saying, remember this. I started my YouTube channel January of 1917. Whoa, 1917. I don't know why that number came up, but of 2019, January 17th, 2019 was my first YouTube video. So you having a dream in January of 2019 about a woman on YouTube, and then the remember this linking to the dream of 8/8 of this portal, date this week, whatever, is super flow. Yes, Ghostbusters. I couldn't help myself. I don't even know how that came up inside of me, but hey. Shannon, I'm also naive because I think the world is good, and I try to trust everyone, unconditional love and all that jazz. Unfortunately, Jesse and Matt are both psycho, or is that fortunately? I don't know. Yeah, same. So I'd rather give a crusty lying motherfucker a chance, because guess what? At least I gave him the chance, right? If nobody else gives a crusty lying motherfucker a chance to be honest, and someone does, what if they choose to be honest, right? That's their ultimate timeline. If you have somebody who looks at you through new eyes and they trust you, and you get the chance to be trustworthy for free, for no fucking reason. You don't have to prove yourself, right? What timeline are you going to choose? Because this is what I've been doing for years, Shannon. You know what I mean? This is what I've been doing for years. Is I send me or send that person, whatever people need, what, you know what I mean? And giving the unlovable the chance, you know, giving the unlovable the chance is, you know, what is somebody who keeps screaming to God like nobody loves me, nobody trusts me, nobody ever helps me, but then God sends them an angel? What timeline do they actually choose? Right? The super conscious explorer says, mad props to anyone who can handle dating more than one person, because it only takes one to drive me crazy. I can't fucking imagine multitasking like two humans. Like, what the fuck? One is already like, you know what I mean? To even let myself, one is a lot, but two, no way, Jose. What the fuck? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in a judgy way. I'm saying I can barely handle the fucking, you know what I mean? And I don't even know how to be with one person. How could I be with two? Right? I can't even. I can't. I'm saying that in the most beautiful way, but yeah. Shannon says, Jesse's my baby brother's name that passed away, and Matt's baby sister's named Shannon, and that's my name. So many weird things going on with the names. Yeah, for sure. Super conscious explorers. Ooh, you got the truth bumps. I haven't heard somebody call them that in a long time. Truth bumps. I love it. I didn't find you till recently. Yeah, but the connection and how and it's cool too that you share this openly here, and whoever can listen, right, and is getting these seeds and this information, because one of the things that I've spoken openly about for years is how I have dreamed of us since a child. So there are people, when I heard their voice the first time in a video, I didn't even have to see their face. It didn't matter. I just started crying automatically, because my Angie, my witch moon 7-3, I've heard her inside of me since I was little. Right? Same with Kelly, same with, Annie. There's so many people I could name. Shannon, you do that to me too, right? You don't have to come in and prove a bunch of stuff to me. You wrote stuff out in a chat and it's like, boom, I love you, right? And boom, I know you. And because you always allowed it, we never had a timeline of anything like weird, because you just saw me and allowed it too, right? So there's no resistance. When two people, boom, find each other, see each other, whether they remember that they dreamed of each other or not, but allow for the connection without the resistance of the 3D ego of, judging the package and all that crap. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's that momentum feeling of like, whoa, like there is a plan to this. There is the strings, the people, the puzzle pieces that we find, right? Shannon, and we're going through ascension, and everyone should be given a chance to pick a higher vibrational frequency choice. Exactly, baby girl. If we really do believe that everyone's going through an awakening and ascension, then we have to believe that everyone has a chance to be who they are now, not who they were before. Right? And for real, not just, somebody calling you back from your past and saying like, hey, how's it going? And there's the same fucking person. But I mean somebody calling you from your past, or somebody coming into your timeline that's new. And it doesn't matter if 500 people are telling you that person's bad, they did this or that. You allow them to have a safe connection. What they choose after is not it's not even to be taken personally. Because we're here to gift that angelic energy of the star seeds of us on a certain timeline. We are here to gift that opportunity. You don't have to juggle and do things to make us think you're worthy. We already know you are. It's you that has to just accept that, oh my gosh, I'm already loved. I've just been found by somebody and I'm loved. That's it. It's just that simple. Like, you know what I mean? And I find that the biggest thing can be like between masculine and feminine, because of the whole, like, there's a body, there's boy, girl, boobs and butts, and like, oh my God. And it's like, guess what? You got to see past that, right? You got to see past that. That's it. Once you see past the thinking that, oh, she's so sexy, or oh, he's so hot. What the fuck? Everybody's sexy and hot. That don't mean shit anymore. And if it means shit to you now still, it's because you know what I mean? Like, you haven't hit that frequency or that embodiment of we're walking, talking avatars, packages, and inside the package is what's important, right? Shannon, being here at the motel and learning how the crackheads were running, and I've learned how to be a nefarious, but I choose to be a high vibrational frequency because I don't want the karma. Well, shine my love light bright, and I will do it. And I will go to bed every night knowing that I made the world a better place. Exactly. And I remember a year ago, I was bitching about my boring life, and now my life is definitely not boring. So be careful what you wish for, because you got to be responsible enough when you get it. That's beautiful, Shannon. It's true. Exactly. A lot of people wish for a lot of stuff, then as soon as it's like a part of it's right in front of them, then it's like, oh, I'm not going to put an effort or do anything towards that. It, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, what the fuck? This is what you wished for. This is what you wanted. And now it's right in front of you, but you don't want it, right? You don't want to put the effort forth. You think it's all going to do itself or something. It's very strange. I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm saying it out loud, but yeah, I love that saying, truth bumps. I can't remember even who the last person I heard say it out loud or, written. I always say follow the shivers, they lead the way, but my shivers are my truth bumps. My shivers will tell me everything. Shannon, I try not to hold grudges and I forgive often because people go through shit sometimes. Exactly. And that's the thing is that, you can have somebody who did the worst and yuckiest shit and like lied to you, like a girl, right? That's your friend and she lied to you or she did this or whatever the fuck it was. You guys just were meant to be in the same timeline. But if she comes back to you in your reality and in a whole other embodiment, which you already are in another embodiment, you have to see somebody through fresh eyes. It's like me. I've made a choice. I'm not seeing my family for a year. I'm not. I won't. I won't put myself into certain timelines. I don't care if somebody calls me and says like, oh, we miss you and no. No, if you really fucking miss me and if you're in another embodiment, then things that I said to you 5 months ago are going to click. And we won't even have to have certain discussions because the embodiment of separate people in my family, because it doesn't have to be every one of them, waking up to the fucking fact of the shit that I was talking about and nobody wanted to listen to me. But now it's like, guess what? I've exited myself from the reality of my family and consider my fucking self an orphan right now. If ever they show up again in my timelines, it's because we are at this connection of true unconditional love, where I'm not sitting here saying stuff out loud, getting looked at like I'm a fucking glazed donut and full of shit all the time. Right? That's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. But it doesn't mean that, somebody shows up at my door tomorrow to start blasting me of what they think I should be doing or that. You're fucked. It's a restraining order. That's where I'm at. But somebody shows up at my door tomorrow, could look me in the eye, and they're at another embodiment, then, you know what I mean? There's not even really a history to forget about, because when somebody else steps into an embodiment to understand what somebody was telling them for days, weeks, months, years ahead, you're both at the same frequency, right? So that's why, like, who cares what happened before? Get the fuck out of my life if you're not meant to be. But if you're meant to be, then come the fuck back. It's so fucking simple. And I've embodied this through the live streams for 3 years as well. Some people come in here and we have like a riffraff, some sort of thing that doesn't feel good. When somebody comes back in, they don't have to fucking apologize to me and make up to me and say, I'm so sorry for how like I acted like an asshat last week. It's like, no, just move along, right? We just move along, and some people do. They assume accountability and responsibility and say like, wow, I in the background they'll tell me, or here they'll say like, I projected on you the other day, or I'm sorry, and it's like, okay, cool, let's go. Let's move on, right? Like the worst hurts. It's like all forgiven, but we just can't be in the same timeline with people if they aren't at a certain embodiment. Like nothing is personal right now. Nothing. Because it's frequency. you either can be with somebody and have things to talk about, it feels good, and there's, you know, shivers and there's creativity coming through and you feel a muse energy, or you don't. And one of the hardest things right now is if you got two people and two people walk away and both are not like, whoa, then, you know what I mean? Something siphoned somewhere, because that shouldn't be, right? It's like I talked to Blue on the phone this morning for like, fuck, I don't know how long, right? I didn't check. Hours, right? To one point where we said, you know, like, oh, something, you know, my daughter just woke up. My daughter's kind of looking at me, and we should just, but we start, we just start talking again, and it's like, we're just like on subject to subject to subject, bouncing from this to that. We're going from talking about like one thing to another, and just like, and then all of a sudden I was like, holy shit, I think I just like realized that I need to pee. I need something to drink. Like, I think I'm hungry. That's how long we've been talking. You know, like, I gotta go. Because I could have stayed there all day talking on the phone like that. It's so simple. I've waited my whole life to have simple conversations that flow easily. We're bouncing from something that's super traumatic 1 second, and then we're laughing 20 seconds later and talking about something completely on another timeline and subject, right? Like, wow, like little fucking talking ninjas. It's awesome. And we both hung up the phone feeling groovy, right? Both of us. That's it. That's the feeling. That's the ultimate all the time that we have to have, right? Anyways, I'm just rambling. That's what I do. I feel a little bit more back to myself from my last week of like, I can't see nothing. I can't talk. I'm speechless. I'm crying all the time and sleeping all the time, and I fucking can't talk. And now I started rambling again, and it's like, I missed my little rambling ass. I did. I missed my little rambling ass so much. That's like, oh my God. Not even joking. When the lows happen and then you dip back up and you're like, I missed myself. Maybe somebody else missed me too and you want to listen to my rambling but mouth, whatever. I'm being a potty mouth, but super conscious explorers. I almost pushed out and I didn't share the dream. I'm glad I did. My dreams and synchronicities amped up 100-fold last week. It's almost an overload. It's been difficult to tell the dreams from reality. Yes, I literally saw somebody in public, just somebody that I randomly see where we connect so fast, and it's beyond words. It's not a linear connection. It's not a matrix connection that we have. I'm just gonna leave that at that. But we saw each other 2-3 days ago on a day where it was like I was not doing good. And usually we always hug each other. Always. She's just a random stranger who remembers my name. I can't remember hers, and we just fucking hug. Randomly every fucking couple, whatever months that we see each other. It's, again, so surreal, the connection. But I was feeling the way I was feeling, and I didn't recognize her at first. And when I did, I didn't reach. I just stood there. I was like, if she sees me, then fine. But I got no energy. Like, I got none. I can't. And then she saw me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she said hi. And she usually says Genevieve, but she just said hi. And I was like, hey. I was like, are you okay? And she says to me something about how her dream time is chasing, and then just da-da-da. I'm going to leave it at that because it's her stuff, not public. But I looked at her and I was like, you're allowed to ask for a break. You don't have to wake up every day thinking you worked harder at night and now you have to do your day. You're allowed to ask for a break, right? You are. And she looked at me and she shook her head as if she wasn't allowed. And I was like, honey, you can. You have to. I was like, I'm going batshit this week from the energies. And all I'm doing is taking the break. I can't see nothing. I can't barely talk. I am not doing hardly anything at all. But that's my break right now. Right? And planted the seed that for her dream time that's so accelerated that she can't see straight during the day right now, to ask, tone it down, right? Ask to shut it down a bit. That she needs energy for the daytime too. Anyways, Yeah, definitely dreams are a lot amped up. For myself, I remember dreaming at night, like in the morning night of today. I dreamed of a spider, but I can't remember what. And I dreamed of a cat that I found, that when I had the cat in my arms, I was like, "Are you my cat, or are you another cat that looks like my cat?" And I didn't know if it was my cat or another cat. And those are the only two things I can specifically remember of dream time. A lot of me, because in January and February I had like such total detailed recall of my dreams that at that point, when March hit, I needed a break. So I kind of shut that down, like the total like, super big recall with such details, right? Because it wasn't serving me. Like I asked for, right, more focus during the day, less of remembering at night unless I needed it. um just to help myself, right? Know thyself, to thy own self be true. Nothing is out of our control. When we ask, we shall receive, right? I mean, Shannon, I definitely don't want to go back to being a boring princess that sits on my bed all day. Life is good. That's beautiful, sweetie. I love it. And the Superconscious Explorer says, yes, Shannon, holding grudges sucks. It just feels icky. I always remind myself, I've been that unhealed person before. Me too. Same. Exactly. And again, when we have boundaries that we keep up and that we don't choose to reach out to other people, it doesn't mean that we haven't forgiven. It doesn't mean that there's holding in any grudge, but it's safety first for our spirit and our heart and our soul, right? Running around trying to fix everything, if it's not fixable, better wait till somebody comes, right? Shannon, exactly. I've changed a lot over the past 54 years. And that's the thing, is we're always stepping into different, more embodiments. Some people choose to not. They stagnate and they don't allow themselves to grow, but that's not what the path that we're on. Shannon, I love your t-shirt because you're truly a Iris. I don't even know how to say that word. Superwoman G. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, T. Cool song at the start, Jen. That is Mountain Rain. I think I might have shared her in my community posts as well, but I can't remember. Sometimes it's just automatic. I love a video, I'm sharing it on my community posts, and other times it's like I'll go through my community posts like, what the hell? I thought the other ones were here too, but I didn't press on it. I thought I had. But the Super Conscious Explorers, that's awesome, Shannon. I've definitely had 5D dreams, but I'm still cleaning up some of my galactic timelines. Lots of dreams I'm trying to save people all through my life. You had one like that last night? Shannon, during my dreams, I'm always at school, on the ship, of course, and my ET family is always watching over me no matter where I go. The ships follow me like a shadow, and they come to me in my dreams. Yeah, that's how I feel about them all the time, like during the day as well. The Super Conscious Explorers, it's not my job to save people in this life. Just be. Yeah, everybody's got their different. Shannon, when I was in Amsterdam, there was a baby that got away from its mama, and it got to the horse pen, and the horse was running towards the baby, and it was going to kill the baby, but I saved the baby. God always has a plan for us. Exactly, the being at the right place at the right time in order for a timeline to not end up in tragedy. Exactly, Shannon. Yep. And that's the difference as well. I've not really talked about this. I've not even really opened it up in myself very much. So this is the first time I'm really kind of facing it and saying it out loud. But not having a car since February has taken me out of the timelines of I'm just sitting here and I get guided to go somewhere and I help somebody out of the blue, right? Tire season, when spring comes, it's my first time in so many years now that when spring came around, I wasn't going for a random drive to tell somebody, your tire is about to fall off. You've only got one nut left. And that's what I've been doing for years. So not having the car has taken away a part of my timelines of what I just naturally do, and of be guided to be somewhere at the right place at the right time and help somebody somehow. Even today, I haven't worn this shirt in public, or I don't wear it often, and I wore it out. And before we got to the coffee shop, I says to Lily, I was like, damn, I forgot. Last time I wore this shirt, I helped push a van that had stalled. I helped push a van up the curb into the parking lot. So I said to Lily, I was like, I'm kind of joking, but if ever something happens really fast, like, just wait for me and I'll be back when I'm done. Like, last time I wore this shirt, I had to do something. I was like, maybe something's gonna happen again today, right? And that was it. That other day when that thing happened, I just got my coffee, and I put the coffee down, and I said to Lily, I'll be right back. And I just went and started pushing on the van. I didn't ask, do you need help? He needed help. Just start pushing, right? And you think he didn't say, like, thank you, right? There was like at least 6 men around close enough to, like, drop what they were doing and stop just staring and go fucking help. And instead, they watched a little fucking me put my coffee down and go help, right? Which that into just that in itself is hilarious. How people these days will watch things that are going on. They'll actually film somebody being, something's happening to somebody, instead of dropping the fucking phone to go help, right? People are strange. Hey, Jansu. I think I saw Heidi too. I'm still catching up to the chat, guys. Yes, Shannon, for real. It's huge. I know that we're moving into a vibrational frequency because I caught a picture of a rod and they're fourth density, and it's very hard to catch them, but I caught the higher vibrational frequency. And the last full moon, something just told me to keep taking pictures, so I kept pushing the button, and I was going through the pictures. I caught the one. I'll try it again tonight on the full moon. I'll take lots of pictures to see if I can catch another rod, because they're so pretty, and they have these wavy wings, and I could feel them flying all around me. When I looked over the pictures, I started crying because I could not believe I actually caught one, like the real tears. And today I walked away from my TV, and when I came back, it was Cosmic Agency talking about rods. I love when the universe changes the channel for me and shows me confirmation. Tears again, lol. I've been sleeping because I've been very busy in dream state. Preparing for this ascension is not easy. Whoa, Shannon, that's a lot. And indeed, how it feels, right, when our eyes can see something, or we know something is there, or when our eyes are allowed to see, or when the camera can capture it. The gratitude for that, sweetie, is crazy. It's just like, wow. And the rods, yes, the rods in the sky, just, yeah, it's so huge. Hey, Heidi, how's everything? Organic 313 says, oh my god, Devin Maggi is taking down his channel. Said it's not going anywhere and he's not feeling it. He wants true connections. No more internet. He's gonna get like human connections. Whoa, that's funny because I opened my Skype for the first time. Well, it's always there. It might even say I'm always active because it's always on, but I pressed on it for the first time today to reach out to someone specific. And Devin is one of the last people I reached out to before. I ain't talked to Devin. We're due for a conversation. And I looked at his name and I was like, am I the one that's supposed to reach out? And I was like, fuck no. I'm going to wait till he reaches out. I want him to be ready to talk to me. Right? Because me and Devin, when we speak, he speaks as himself and I speak as myself. So he doesn't change how he feels about certain things that I commonly do, right? So I smoke, I eat pizza, I do my shit, and I suggest to him all the time he should do a little bit of that just for fun, right, Devin? And he's like, I can't believe I let you talk to me this way. And it's like, and how he tells me I'm just a cheese ball and doesn't believe half of what I resonate with. And it's like, that's the part of him that me and him, right? We have that thing. It's just, it's important. He does? Okay. Then that's why I'm feeling him a lot. And I don't want to be in resistance. And that's the thing with Devin. I've always seen all of the aspects of him. I've never put him on a pedestal as knowing more or as all his gifts. or like, wow, overwhelming to me, I can see all the aspects. He is a, okay. I understand now where we're not talking and why. You know what I mean? I get it. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. I'll do my mama stuff. Yeah, you almost start crying. Good. I don't say that in a mean way. I say that in a good way, right? He needs that to be open, just like we all do. Damn, I wish I would. Well, I don't tend to resonate with whatever. I wasn't meant to be there, but thanks for letting me know, Heidi. Thank you, because I'm not, you know, I'm sitting here thinking if he needs to reach out, but if it's supposed to be me, then that's very easy for me to do, right? Jansu, being Mama Porcupine today, I took Kaylin to school to find his classes and get a locker. Cool beans. Y'all start school super early back there in America. Oh my gosh.
Some people started school in
I know. Yeah.
last month.
I know. It's crazy to me.
And then some people ended school last month.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, DK, super vive. Yes, big things are happening, D. I'm doing good, Heidi. I was saying earlier, I'm able to ramble and babble again. Woohoo! That feels good, right? If I can ramble and babble, I ain't cried in 2 days. I'm not bragging that I ain't cried, but give me a break, right? I cried so much, I cried a fucking river. I cried so much, I'm surprised I didn't drown my own gosh darn self. So it's like, yeah, I need the release. I need to feel like the elevated, you know, wee. It's feeling good. Feeling actually pretty darn groovy, Heidi, to be honest. Whew.
And my ankle hurts for no reason.
Yeah, Lily's got out of the blue ankle pain. Did anyone stub or hurt their ankle? Because sometimes, you know, baby bear is like mama bear. It's not even us. It comes from somewhere else.
I know I didn't sleep on it.
Heidi, total sync with what you've been feeling. Yeah, me too. Happy for him. Send him healing. Yeah. Jen, you pulled your calf muscle? Heidi, I'm happy you're feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm starting to actually understand all of last week more, right? So I'm able to see now. One of the things I kept saying since the minute it started is I can't see. So when I say I can't see, that's very real. That means the oracle of me is non-active. That's not necessarily great when you're used to having a certain oracle energy, right? When I was saying I can't see, that's not a joke. That is very literal. So my sight is coming back, like expanding again, and my bird's eye view, being able to pop myself up above, to be able to see down below, to actually see what the fuck I was feeling. What were those things coming through me for all those days, right? Because even last week, I had made a vid after 3 days saying like, oh, you know, I'm really doing good. I'm over my 3 days of darkness, patting myself on the shoulder and giving myself a high five. But it was like, I didn't know I was going into round 2. I thought I was done that day, right? I thought I was done that day. I didn't know I was giving myself a high five to fucking pull me through the rest, that I wasn't done, right? And you know what I mean? And the clarity, who and what happens when I'm not in a certain way, how, who sticks to me, who makes sure I'm good, who, you know, who's gonna avoid mama bear because, oh yeah, you're not feeling good, so I'm just gonna leave you alone right now, versus the people who's like, fuck that, I'm not leaving you alone right now, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like, are you okay? I'm not leaving you alone, right? Just all the dynamics of tribe, the dynamics of sisterhood, amplification of the Trinity, like when the power of more, send energy, pray together, send healing, support. It's just one of the things that's coming through, having what I lived in the last days, right, the last week and a half or whatever, of how when I'm here, and then I crashed so fast I couldn't see nothing, I couldn't barely breathe, I couldn't catch my breath, I couldn't do certain things like physically. And could I have tried? Yeah, but everything was saying, like, why would you push this to do something? If I'm telling you to go lay down in a ball and cry right now, why don't you just do it? And it's like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to do it, right? But the allowing of it is what is allowing for this feeling too, right? What goes up, what hits rock bottom can only go up from there, right? And that was the thing. And I kept on saying to Annie, this too shall pass. Although I feel like this, that's my one thing that I know this is going to pass, because it's not sticking, and I'm not, I'm not going down more, but I have to live what I feel, right? But I didn't even know what I was feeling. I still don't 144%. And Corey, and I didn't share it, but another lady, Corey, I didn't even share Corey's video from yesterday. But the way he talks, like, my ways and Corey's ways are different of certain things, but essentially everything he was saying in the parts of the live stream that I watched from yesterday of Corey that I watched today, because I was live streaming at the same time yesterday, the way, like the layers, just the way he speaks, I don't have those words, but he has them, and that's how the last days were for me, right? And to an intensity where it's like, it lasted like long. It wasn't like in and out. Like I'm used to, for months now, certain things will hit me and it's like hours or 24 hours at the most, right? That it doesn't go longer than that, right? So crystal clear. My mom stopped by. Catch y'all later. Right on. You've been popping your right ankle? Yeah, it's her right ankle as well. It's her right ankle as well. Hey, Blue the Curve, Oscillation Casper. Heidi says, Faye, I feel like I just called you in. Blue says, always, Heidi, I try very hard to listen when I can. Like G's saying, it's sometimes difficult to obey in that moment. Yes. Yes. But everything about how I was feeling there was nothing of me that wanted to resist it. Nothing. I knew I had to go through it, right? I knew I did. Heidi says, G was talking like I was, and I said, G needs someone to listen, and then you were there. I still need to watch Corey's vid. I was here. Oh shit, I'm about to cry. Rar, me loves you. Gee, I was talking about last week. I texted Faye 911, your live stream. I could put Corey's channel here. As he's one of the last people that I just watched not long ago. Yeah. And then she called, yeah. I texted Faye 911, your live stream, then her, I texted you, then each other, and then she called. Yeah. And that's the thing, is that especially if I'm speechless, I definitely don't know what to say, but sometimes hearing the other person's voice, right? Blue anchored me in really good. Thank you, guys. Hi, number one Matrix Man. Bonjour, Geneviève. Comment ça va, Mathieu? Comment ça va? Comment est ta journée? How was your day? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Blue says, Shannon, the resistance is stronger in the legs where the circulation or flow can get sluggish. Blue says, I just had to hit the sub button again. YouTube makes me want to vomit sometimes. Blah. It is what it is, but I usually don't get separated from those that are meant for me for very long. Meaning, you know what I mean? The repetition of seeing people or people who speak of people highly, right? To elevate, of saying of another video, of saying of a live stream, always brings me back on track to those I'm meant to find or those that I'm meant to have, right? So that can be the good part of it. The sinks and flow bring us back to each other. Ça va bien? Great day? Good, Matrix Man. Glad for you. Yeah, Heidi. When I couldn't breathe. And that's the thing, is that it's very literal when I say that. And I don't play with that very, you know what I mean? I don't play with that saying. I don't sit around and be dramatic of like, oh, you know, I'm having such a bad day, I can't breathe. No, if I say I can't breathe, like that's fucking huge, right? If I say I can't see and I can't catch my breath, imagine. Like, if I say I can't see or catch my breath, it's like it's the same thing as if you were looking at a fish on the shore and flapping around. It's the same thing. Except I'm a human and I gotta like get my shit together and figure my shit out, right? I'm not the fish that's lying there flapping, but I am in that moment when I'm saying I can't see or I can't breathe. That's it. Take the mermaid out of the water. Take the sight away from the oracle and the speech. What do you got? You got a shell of a person who can't see and can't breathe, right? If that makes any sense at all. And how, the knowing I'm okay. Like, I was never in a state of like of certain things, right? Like, never. It wasn't about that. It was about how can I be all of a sudden fine one moment and then I can't see and I can't breathe the next, right? That's how fast it happened. I went from a timeline of complete bliss to complete nothing. Blue says, oh, Heidi, I had a Bernard that said that, and her doc said there's something she was getting from that. She was missing from her diet. How did Dexter's appointment go yesterday, Heidi? Shannon, I've also been having strange twitches around my toes and calf muscles. Lots of energy flowing. Yeah. Thanks for talking about that. I was noticing in the last 24, 48 hours that it's been a while since I've had jolts and the twinges. So the jolts is when I'm laying in bed, it's like boom, like that. I've had jolts where it's like, whoa, thank God there's nobody else in bed with me because I would have scared the shit out of somebody for how high my body, like it's like that thing of like when you watch a movie and somebody goes to, do the heart thing on somebody in a movie and how you see the person do that. Well, depending on where the jolt hits, and no twitching lately either. So you saying that you're having those, first of all, is making me aware, it might be coming back, or, I don't know, but just thank you for pointing it out. Organic says, Matt's like a mood ring right now. Heidi says, I'm dramatic today. Bit bitchy. Good. The cards, right? Last couple live streams, the cards that I keep pulling is like for women to grab that fierceness at some point, right? There's a healthy fierceness to be had, and there's a reason, right? And that the snitty, bitchy kind of like, don't fuck with me feeling was very prevalent last week, right? Shannon, I've been a bit bitchy. Puff, puff, pass. I feel better now. Boom. Blue. I love that. Like an astronaut that lost his helmet but can still get air from the tube in his suit. Or like the scuba diver who knows there's only limited air or is sharing, right? Is just able to get limited. You know what I mean? That kind of feeling. That's what last week is like. Blue says, well, mine take place in bed. I get up and walk it out. Heidi, I rescheduled his appointment. They were behind and had an emergency surgery with a cat. Wow, that's a super sync. I'm not sure how my girl it went, but Alice G had to bring her cat in today. Hope everything went okay. Thanks for the reminder so that I remember to reach out and ask. Shannon, I will be walking barefoot. It feels like I'm wearing flip-flops between my toes. Oh my gosh, yes! Toe activity on this foot. Is it this one? It's this one. I can't remember which foot now. This one. Toe activity here to the point the other day, Shannon, where I was like, something's there, something's there, something's there. And it just was like, oh my gosh. But it passed. Okay, I need to move around a little bit. I've been on for 83 minutes. I won't be too long. If you want to chit and chat, if anybody wants a card, pop it up. The request, and then I'll pull them when I get back. Matt, smoke them if you got them. You smoke in a couple hours. Not yet. Not yet. A couple hours. I love you, Blue. Oh my gosh, baby girl. All I have to say about Lionsgate is everyone wants to be a lion until it's time to do lion stuff. Oh my god. I don't know. Oh my god. It's not that I don't want to do lion stuff. It's just that I need training because I'm a bear. Right, Blue? I want to do the lion stuff, but I'm a bear. But then again, my hair probably looks more lion-y than a bear. Hang on. Let's get the mane out. Let's get the mane out, right? Maybe I am more like a lion than a bear. You're funny. Oh, my hair's driving me nuts tied up. Can you tell? I'm not sure what it looks like. Kind of moppy. Ooh, kind of moppy. Kind of moppy with a chance of showers. There, that's about how much I style my hair. Yeah. Yes, Blue. Says Shannon, we're feeling the energy of the earth merge with us from what I can see anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, super conscious explorers. Can you pull me a dragon card? Dragons have been in my awareness a lot lately and came across dragon dreams in my journal this morning. Yes, thanks for asking. I'll catch up with the chat in a minute. Page 122. So, Asclepius is on page 122. I don't know if 122, which ends up to 5, stands out, but I feel to say it. Asclepius, it's your journey and yours alone. Asclepius was the ancient Greek god of medicine, son of Apollo. Upon meeting him for the first time, his opening words were, "Your modern image of the sedacious is incorrect. He's a healer of great repute in Greek mythology. And this dragon in particular reminds us that inside of us too resides a great healer." Boom. His particular affinity lies with practitioners who use healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oil and flower essences. Add to this rather shamanic energy and his affinity with snakes. Snake Sink. Annie, I don't know if you just stepped in. Oh my God! Boom! Sorry, I just woke up the cat.
You scared me.
I'm sorry, I scared the cat and the kid.
You made me jump.
Good, I made the cat jump too. Did I make anybody else jump? Because when I said snake, I said boom, sink, Annie D, Annie, are you here? And I saw Annie pop up on the screen. Whew, can't make this up. Sorry guys, the kid and the cat are both okay.
Yeah.
They're going to take cover. Watch out, I might scream next time. You said your belly button. Just showed cat butt. Poor Bo and Baby Bear. They're okay. Asclepius upon entering.
cat butt.
Exactly, Annie D. Oh my gosh.
He's attached to me.
Be careful, eh? You good?
Uh-huh.
Asclepius is the dragon healer and the shaman. His wisdom is boundless. If he flew into your reading today, know that you have abundant knowledge at your side. Right? Super conscious explorers, you have abundant knowledge at your side. Continue with this practical help for your physical life. He asks if you need supportive professionals with knowledge of healing plants. Or is it time for you to undertake training in one of the areas mentioned above? Alongside his ability to support those working with plant energy, he's also a powerful ally when we are ready for the next phase of our transformational journey. His presence in our cards today reminds you that together you create the immense combination of transmutation and transformation. Deep within, you know you can and you will succeed. He has this to say as well. You are on the cusp of transformation, so allow me to guide you forward along with the winding road. Remember, hold on to what you know to be true, for it's your journey and yours alone. Life never stands still, and it's forever changing and evolving. Together, we can transmute that which binds you, accepting that your journey on earth is about life, death, and rebirth as you transform and grow personally and spiritually. And the dynamic of this card, right? The purple and the gold and green. Ooh, that was a powerful one. Especially with just the way I said Snake and Annie and then just saw Annie come in, right? Wow. Thanks for asking, Super Conscious Explorers. I hope something in there resonates for you. Shannon, I have about enough smoke for today. We have to see what happens tomorrow. We got enough smoke for a week and a half, but it's been a week and a half. Blue says, gee, I'm with you, girl. Like, wait, I'm part crab, a crabby cat. Yeah, but that's me. Shannon, I'm a Cancer, the crabby crab. Blue says, Shannon, I'm on the cusp. I kind of hold the gate. I love it. Your dragon was black in your dream? Roar. Oh, he's definitely black, but shiny, right? With that purple. And for me, it's like a greenish gold. It's not quite green, but it's not, you know what I mean? I love it. Hey, Annie D comes in with a bang. I scared the kid and the cat. Didn't mean to. Blue says the medical staff we have now is Hermes, not Asclepius, like it's supposed to be. Yes, Snake Woman. Blue says I want to give the kid and the kitty bear hugs. Right on, Super Conscious Explorers. Holy fuck, I'm in tears. I love snakes too. Everyone who knows me comes to me when something needs healing. I refuse to call myself a healer. And I use essential oils and plant medicine in secret. Oh, my heart just exploded. I'm Pisces in many moods. Heidi? Wow, that's beautiful, honey. Yeah. And you know what? I find sometimes, honey, that the most gifted healers are not screaming or even advertising or saying that they are healers. They just are, right? People do just know to come to us, right? And exactly, the message in there might be, you know, whether you use, like you said, the essential oil and plant medicines to amplify that. To amplify it, or to trust yourself for the things that, you know, sometimes we want to do the tinctures or the mixtures, or we limit ourselves by, oh, I can't buy the products that I need right now because I'm in, you know, I need the money first. And it's like, you know what, sometimes putting the tool that you need in front of you is what generates more abundance, by allowing for yourself to, it's not splurging to go get tools. Like whether they're cards, whether it's smudges, whatever the tools are that we use, it's an investment. So for myself, you know, I had a little bit of abundance a couple weeks ago, and I was like, you know, I want to treat myself to cards. And then my higher self was like, treat yourself to cards. Right, Jen, you don't even pull cards on your own. It's a tool for your work and your purpose if you go buy cards. And I was like, oh yeah, it's not even personal treat for real. I don't use these cards for myself alone very often. Not even once a month do I pull a card for myself. So it was like, I was trying to convince myself that I was going to treat myself, but it was like, no, you're getting a tool for your work, your purpose, to serve for the greater good, to share with others, right? Do it. I've been saying for weeks, I need new cards because pulling the same ones driving me bonkers, right? And the new colors and the new words and the new, like, just having this dragon deck and being able to say these words, having my own dragons. I waited a long time to have a dragon deck guided to me, right? There's dragon decks everywhere. I was never guided to buy one, even if they were right in front of me, or, you know what I mean? It was this deck that was meant for me now, right? But you gotta let yourself get the tools sometimes, and you gotta trust yourself to do certain things, and allow for the flow. Sometimes it's like that thing of, it's not even about going online and learning certain concoctions. It's allowing yourself to trust yourself to make them, right? That your inner knowing trumps everything. You already know it inside. Annie, wow, every word, mind blown. Wow. Heidi, how many are having or have had digestive stuff? Hands up. Me. My tummy's really good today. I want to say that, and I'm going to leave it at that. Yes. Yes. I feel, do you need me to, I could go into details. Nothing is taboo, right? But yeah. Annie, rattlesnake came to me second time this week. He's sleeping by my door. All the snake books I pulled out today. Exactly. Oh my gosh, eh? That's beautiful. Blue says, blessings and favor on such a path, super conscious. Exactly. You can feel the energy, eh, Blue? Heidi says, Faye, the poo thing is Daisy's fault because she taught him. And Blue says, Heidi, it was my Daisy that also did that. It was something she was getting from the cat poo. I love it. The super conscious explorers. I'm a Scorpio sun, Cancer moon, Aries rising, and that card definitely had a scorpionic feel. That was beautiful. Whoa, you're right. Yes. And scorpionic, bionic, the bionic woman. Remember the bionic woman and the bionic man? That stands out because you wrote scorpionic that way. The bionic. That. When they were running. You guys remember the show? I don't know. Blue says, yes, G, trust self. You can have all the tools, but then doubt in self will prevent them from working. Yeah, exactly. The super conscious explorers, thanks so much for pulling a card for me. Mind blown. You're welcome. I'm glad it resonates. Shannon says, my tummy is better, but not 100%. Mine is 100% in the moment right now, and that in itself is just like party time, not potty time, but party time, right? Not potty time, but party time. It feels good. We are the Conscious Evolution says hello, much love. I made it back to West Virginia, and I'm in the country again. Boom. So proud of you. So happy for you, dude. And my dude, what's his name? Starseed Gypsy, also confirmation. He is back in Florida. So double dudes, last week and a half, going back to exactly where they were guided to go. Super proud of you guys. Super proud of you, Dana. Thank you for serving your purpose, for the things you had to do on the ley lines, and listening to your body for where you're meant to be now, right? I'm so happy for you. How does it feel, Dana? Yep, sinks everywhere. No way, Heidi, LOL. I just watched an episode of The Bionic Man and Woman. Oh my God. So I never do, but where is she? I have my Bionic Woman coloring book so close, I just can't remember where. Oh, I can't. She must still be packed up somewhere. Damn. Yeah. I don't know. I've shown it in my live streams last year. I can't remember where it is right now. I guess I have my original Bionic Woman coloring book from when I was like 6 years old. It's one of my oldest things I ever kept for myself when I was a kid. Blue says, my mom named me Jamie as my legal first name, saying I'd be a bionic brat. Dad defended me, saying no. She named me after my brother at the time. I was a preteen girl and didn't feel like he was helping. DKs, I pulled you all a 36 Temple of Dreams from Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Oh my gosh, you mean this one, dude? Oh my God, D. I'm gonna grab the card 36. Give me a second. Because I have the same deck as you. Jansu sent it to me. I remember you said you had this 36, right? It's going to be right at the bottom. You little bitch. Right at the bottom. There. DK's. Oh my god. Okay, so DK's pulled a card for us, but I happen to have the same deck. So the card that D pulled is, like he said, Temple of Dreams, Sacred Dreams, Prophecies, and Dream Journeys. So Dream Journeys is a super sync with what we were talking about earlier in the stream, right? The Super Conscious Explorers. We're talking about Dreamtime stuff. Temple of Dreams is a card that just got pulled by a masculine and another ley line. Well, actually, you're probably on my ley line, D, right? We're so close in proximity that it just, right? Just the borders and stuff, but whatever. But yeah. Sacred Dreams, Prophecies, and Dream Journeys. And that's part of what we were actually talking about during the live stream at the beginning, D. So the sync of flow and this. I forget where I was in the last little while, but people were talking about like swings and tire swings or bed swings and certain things. So the hammock as well. Fiona and her Alan, right? They got their hammock. And they showed that they made that video. Fiona had made the video with the hammock and stuff, and she's talking about the hammock sometimes. The hammock sync with Fiona, Little Wing 619. As I see that Annie says I should get my tuning fork 369, I just said Little Wing 619. So I'm saying, and what I'm seeing on the screen matches with what I'm saying. All right. I should get my tuning fork with 369 or 396. Or 693. Right on, D. Thank you so much. Temple of Dreams, Sacred Dreams, Prophecies, and Dream Journeys. And I'm going to leave it at that. I do not feel like reading the whole like script of the book. I think just the imagery, the words, the number. Yeah, Super Conscious Explorer says, thanks for pulling a collective card, D Case. Yeah, thank you. That was really cool. I love the feeling of that. The fact that I have the same one, right? It's a neat feeling. And the fact that it's Jansu who sent me the deck. That, you know what I mean? So there's a Trinity connection. D, Jansu, and me. That feeling. Yeah, Annie D says, he. Lindsay Wagner. Yep. Right on, Heidi. You ended the walk to get the react. Yeah, I don't know how to pull through like reading it all about the cat poop and all that stuff. But yeah. Okay, I saw you had asked me for a card before, Heidi. So I'm gonna grab you one of these guys. Yeah, the spray bottle, blue. Grab this card for Heidi. Are you ready for this? Okay, it's card number 11, and we are the 11th. Okay, hang on. No, I'm reading the card wrong. 41. Sorry. The numbers, the way that the drawing is and the writing, it's like sometimes the printing people don't tell people, like, it's not going to show up if you choose that color. They just print it anyways. Fuck, can't see it. But anyways. I'm shaking. from the card, Heidi, just because the sync of it, I can't make this up. Of all the cards that could have popped up for Heidi asking for a card as she's kind of asking for help and dog advice, dog advice, right? Because doggy's eating a poop. The dog comes up for Heidi. I love this card. The colors in it, Heidi, that twilighty kind of feeling, that to me that's an aurora borealis feeling too, because the aurora are so different all the time. This feeling of that card. The archer, me as an archer as well, that stands out a lot for me. The dog that's just comfortable, right, at the archer's feet. But that's huge for me to pull the card as you're, you know, the dog, right? Just the dog. Okay, that's enough, Genevieve. Get over it and read. Dog, companionship. Be a firm and ethical friend. Seek loyalty and honesty in all your relationships. Our friendships should be supportive, not competitive. There's a difference between solitude and loneliness. Something hidden is going to be illuminated. We all have aspects of ourselves we do not appreciate or like. We got to learn to change these things if they do not benefit us, or lovingly accept them. Right? Guess what? There's some quicks and quirks that we got that, guess what? We're not meant to let them go. It's okay. Just love yourself, right? Just love it. Anyways, the magic. Dog magic is loving, warm, and protective. If you're feeling lonely, if you wish to attract good, loyal friends, you can call upon dog energy to help. If you've been betrayed by someone or you feel mistrusted, call on the dog energy to heal you. Wow. Yeah. And Corey, I'm going to bring up Corey again. I am Corey. His live stream that was yesterday when he started pulling cards, the loyalty card, the loyalty, to what point? Like, we really are at this like climax juncture of like truly understanding what we need, not letting go of like, oh, well, yesterday everything was fine, so today everything's going to be fine again, but it's not. And then kidding ourselves of certain timelines, right? But that true north feeling of what true loyalty is. And I'm going to be really honest with how I felt like last week, like since like we're the 11th. So how I felt for the last 10 days in August, since August hit, because August hit me out of the blue, it really went to show, it really did clarify, like, who are the people that are, you know, my people on a certain level, like that loyalty feeling. Like, obviously, everybody's not texting or reaching out, but I can still feel certain people, like, know that they're anchoring me, right? I can feel that. I can feel others kind of, I can also feel a few people delighted, really delighted. They were watching me fly high for the last weeks and months or whatever, and, you know, only once in a while saying yucky shit, and then just Jen crashed. You think that didn't make some people happy that I'm being open and saying, I'm like, I can't speak, I can't talk, I'm not going to be showing up for a bit or whatever, or I start a live stream and then I cry my butt off and I got to stop. Like, some people got off on that, right? Me feels that, me knows. And he's not even saying that in a bad way, because the balance and the counterbalance of the fact of feeling that some people get off on the fact that, you know, I'm not feeling good for a little while, I definitely know who actually cares, right? And all of that. So a lot of the initiation process, because he used that word, initiation keeps coming up in certain cards that I'm pulling in the live streams as well, but came up in Corey's. Part of the initiation of, like, you know, this portal or this timeline or this energy that we're in is, you know, where do our loyalties lie? What is even loyalty? Your loyalty is to yourself first, but to what point? Community, tribe, friendship, kinship, brotherhood, sisterhood, intimate relationships, right? The investment, the consistency, you know, all of that is it all shows itself, right? Like the true colors of everything and everyone is just continually just coming up, right? Always. Heidi, I felt that card was for all of us. Yes. Yes, honey. Yeah. Read my message, G, before pulling that card. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I really don't look ahead in my chats. Who the heck is that? Oh my god, Jansu sent me that. He's so cute. I'm like, whose kid is that? Why am I getting a text from a random kid? Oh my gosh, he's such a cutie. Oh, thanks you, Jan. I don't know if you're still here, but that just like... Blue. Blue, you want a fairy card? I gotta catch up to the chat. My chat keeps moving, so I missed a lot of it. I missed Dana's. Oh my god, I missed a lot of stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna catch up to the chat. I see for the fairy card, Blue, I got them in my hands. We are the conscious evolution. Sorry, I'm kind of behind on my feed. I have phone issues, being out in the middle of the trees and stuff like this. It feels magical to be back in God's, what I call God's country. I did realize something that I forgot about here and saw the religious dogma and whatnot. Now I know why I'm here again. That's beautiful. Is the dog. It was the fact of the dog, right? You guys are talking about dog, Dexter, Daisy, all this stuff, and here I am. And I even said it inside of me. I was like, if the dog comes up, I'm gonna lose it. And then the dog came up, right? Like, I mean, I know that I use these cards as a tool to amplify what we're talking about, what's being said in the live streams, but it's still, and I like that I still have the awe and wonder, right? If I was just sitting here going, oh yeah, of course I pulled the dog, right? But no, it's like, oh my god, I pulled the dog. Like, this is amazing. I can't make this up. I love it. Yes, I will. I'll take a picture and send it to you. And Super Conscious Explorer says, I'm outside playing fetch with my dog at the same time. Yeah, loyalty. Yes, the loneliness for sure, Heidi. I get it. I'll take you a screenshot in a second, Heidi. I just want to catch up to the chat because it keeps moving on me. Blue. I keep asking people who initiated you. Good one. You crying, Heidi? He loves you. Of course he knows. I cried. I apologized to Dexter after my reaction. He knows. Of course he knows. Blue says, because those that have been faking, it can't make it through what you went through. Oh shit, no. Yeah. Hi, Emoji King. Comes in at the same time as the dog. Yes, Heidi, dang it, I know better too. The wolf energies flow. Exactly. Heidi says, Faye, he's been healing me even though I've been physically healing him. Blue says, yes, those animals do more for us than many beings could even dream. Indeed. Indeed. Exactly. Yeah. Heidi says he's walking so marvelous and he's going to heal many more. I just know it. Okay, Faye, Blue. Got my fairies out. Okay. Wow. Whoa. I got shivers everywhere. So I got shivers everywhere. As soon as I saw Blue, this is the fairy that comes up. That purple lilac energy. Wait for winter. Wait for winter.
I love winter.
Wait for winter. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Wishes, or spiritual seeds made in your heart, will come to fruition during the winter months, emerging like winter berries, ripe and full of promise. The Fairy Queen of Winter, with snowflakes on her wings, comes to remind you to keep your faith, to remember that all wishes, like seeds, grow in the darkness until they're ready to burst forth into the light. Are you ready to receive your wishes? Because part of the wishing process is to prepare yourself for their manifestation. This can involve removing psychic ties or spiritual obstacles that have been holding you back from the full realization and birthing of your dreams. Whoa, did I choke right there, eh? Gotta love it. Excuse me. Can't make this up either, eh? This could involve removing any psychic ties or spiritual obstacles that have been holding you back from the full realization and birthing of your dreams into this earthly realm. Wherever you live in the world, you'll know the Fairy Queen of Winter is nearby when the weather turns cooler and when you see snowdrops pushing up through the snow. This is a sign that your wishes, too, are soon to bloom. Remember that our wishes don't always manifest in the way we envisioned. They will come to be in whatever way is perfect for all concerned and for the highest good of all. Be especially receptive to any ideas or inspiration that floats into your mind around the magical time of winter. It's also time to practice divination using winter-related mediums such as snowflakes and ice. If you live in a country that has cold winters, and if you don't, you can use ice cubes. Ice, ice, baby. Yes, angel fish. I've used ice magic my whole life without even realizing or knowing. And it's not even something, this is my stuff alone. You know what I mean? That's the thing sometimes when I'll listen to spiritual people talk and they explain what they do, but it's like, I don't even know how to explain what I do. I just do it. And so I'm not meant to teach anybody how I do anything. I just do what I do, and it opens up people to learn how to do what they need to do for their own self. If that makes sense? Yes, Blue, the fire and ice, time to do the water magic. Mr. Hugh, it will be cold this winter in Ireland? Yeah. It's going to be damn cold if people don't realize that, you know what I mean? That right now, animals are making sure to, do what they need to do to be safe for winter. Are people going to do that same thing? And I'm not talking about the stocking up and making sure you got days worth of food and water. I mean, are you going to be where you're meant to be? Is everything going to be in place for the highest timeline, right? For real. It answered your question? Good. Makes glad for you, Blue. Emoji says dogs do Reiki with their tongues. And Heidi says, emoji, he's always cleaning me and loving on me. And he knows the exact spots that I'm hurting. Blue, thanks G for all those and all the behind the scenes stuff that isn't here. All of you, thank you. He'll lick before you even realize it, Heidi. Angel Fishy, thank you, sweetie. Me's glad you're here. I'm glad if that answered your question. And I felt, I don't mean to project myself into the card blue, but I felt us seeing each other in winter. I felt us hugging with layers on and not with t-shirts kind of thing for the first time. So I could be wrong. It could be another winter than this one, but I saw us connecting in winter physically. I saw the layers of us, how we're not in a summer mode, we're bulked up to see each other for the first, the meeting. It's like when the card came down and it came down, I had an image of me and you and that wait for winter, and kind of what we were talking about this morning of like, it's not like I said, when it's not linear, it's like, it's not about like, how are we going to figure this out? If we're guided to meet, we're going to know. You're going to, the day that it just happens. It's not about like, can there be planning involved? Yes, we'll know if there's meant to be, but it's when the timeline kicks in, and like getting the wait for winter, for me to not burst into tears because it's gotta wait another fucking couple months or more, that will drive me bonkers sometimes, right? It gets, but yeah, like, and it could be in another winter, not this one, but hey, I'm so far ahead of my time, right? There's things that I predicted or believed or thought years ago, and they still haven't happened, or they're just happening now, or you know what I mean? So, whew. Blue, I'm going to be planting a seed in winter, and I'm getting many signs. You know about the ice chips, baby. Angel fish, splash in the pool and eat the ice. Blue says, cherry seeds need winter to crack its shell so it can grow. Same with the rose. Blue says, I have my kiddo working on it, G. Blue says, because I had the illness before it was reported worldwide, I should have antibodies like someone with the Jabberwocky. I should be able to do any antibody test for clearance. I'm going to make it happen. Same with me for having it before, and I'm not even worried about anything, right? I haven't had anything since then, so one good fever was enough to, like, bring up mine and Lily's antibodies. Like, now we're like 3 years later and like thriving our bodies. Way to go, right?
My ankle isn't thriving right now.
Oh, you want some more vegetables on it?
No.
I don't want to waste the ice on her foot. I'd rather use like the frozen package of food. I'll be back. I need to move around again, guys. Emoji King says, Simon has been very entertaining. I love his acoustic guitar playing. And Emoji Queen is in agreement. Right on. Ah, damn. I forget what I wrote on his comment. He played guitar, but I wrote something sarcastic. Can't remember what it was. Not in a mean way or anything, but I forget. I'll have to go back and look at his video. But I'm so proud of that dude. I can't even, right? If anyone of anyone who is publicly available to see, because he has a channel and he shares and he speaks everywhere. Simon's like a reflection of me. He's a mirror of me, where if he's there, you're gonna know it. He's not in the background for very long. He's going to speak up, right? He shows up. But I can see myself when he went into his, like, I can only call it a nightmare timeline because it's my worst nightmare and it's never happened to me. And I can see myself like holding space and anchoring him and not knowing, and how it felt the day that I knew he was going to have all his social media taken from him, and that, you know, it didn't matter if I had his phone number, everything was going to be taken from him. I knew that. And how it felt to like be in the dark, but to feel and to like anchor somebody and know, like, to trust my voice when it said, he's okay, he's okay. And how it felt the day, like months ago, when I'm live streaming and then boom, there he was. And the knowing that, like, wow, you know, that trusting of the higher selves, the connection of the higher selves together that never stops. It never does. And just the knowing of how big his timeline is, to be there for his mom right now, the way that he is, Emoji King, right? That's huge. It's a huge opportunity for a son and a mother, but it's huge because Simon feels, you know, and she feels, and those around them, how it feels for them, it's super challenging, right? Anyways, yeah. I'm really proud of Simon.
My hands are cold.
Simon's like my little brother that's big brother at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, guys, but... Blue says, Canada requires Jabberwocky or antibody test. I'm told, kiddo, I'm for chickenpox because I had that. Same with this. And she came up with the antibody thing. Her boyfriend's mom is an ER doc and has dual citizenship. She's asking her about it tonight while with them. And I'm beside myself excited. And I would be curious to ask questions of certain people, like to know, like manifest, knowing people who get across borders without all this. Because first of all, I watched videos in winter when we were still in lockdown of people crossing the border and not having the jab, and how they talked themselves through it just by being themselves. They weren't confrontational, and they were just like, well, no, I'm not. I don't have to be. I'm not going to do this to myself. And how, like, they can't arrest you, they can't turn you around, and how some people were showing that. For myself, how my sister traveled across Canada for work, and the only thing that, when she bought the ticket, asked her to buy, like when she would buy it online, would ask her, are you jabbed? And she would punch the yes box. But when she was at the biggest international airports in Canada, they never asked her for the proof of that. Not once. So traveling in Canada, they're not at, it's like the same as when there was lockdown and, you know, you had to be vaccinated to go into a restaurant. There was actually nobody at the door asking, guys, right? It's like I said, the only reason I didn't go into restaurants is because, first, I didn't have the money. Second, why would I want to be in a restaurant with half people who are masked, half who are not, right? But I knew I could get in if I wanted to. There was no, like, after 2 years of playing with fucking staffing and rules and mandates, do you think that people even have enough staff now to put somebody at a door to make sure of certain vaccines and stuff, right? So it's like what they say is mandatory and what's actually being asked for is two different worlds, right? Potentially. And that's the thing, is the ultimate belief in, you know, who we are, that we get through where we're meant to be without lying or making shit up, right? We stand in our sovereignty saying the truth. We don't have a fake vaccine passport to get across. I just don't have one. It's fine, right? Anyways, we'll see what's meant to be, and everything will manifest itself the way that it's meant to, that's for sure. Annie, there's a cloud tower over here that looks like a teddy bear blowing a puff of smoke. And I hope everyone's doing great today. Angel Fishy, I'm going to get my passport on my B-day. Angel Fish, my life is vastly different than theirs. Blue says, yeah, I see I've been telling hubby and everyone I can just go, but they say no Coast Guard or Border Cop will stop me. So I'd have to get hubby through, is where the block is. Yeah. Again, we'll see what's meant to be, and there's more like awareness and stuff opening inside of us like all the time, Blue, right? So what seems today like it's going to be like a certain way, in a week or tomorrow we could be like, whoa, this is the thing, right? And you know, we'll know when we know. That's it. Oh my God. Emoji King, me loves you, dude. Yes, bruh. Oh my God. I was like, Simon, my mother instinct and my, like, you know, people who have burned. And I was like, could you just take the candle off the bed? I couldn't remember what I said. I listened to the fucking video 3 times. I put it in a loop, but I stopped looking at it. And I know the candle was fine. I get it. But it's that thing of being the mom, telling a kid, like, you shouldn't have that there. And it's fine, Mom. And then 2 minutes later, oh my God, I'm sorry. You told me that was going to fall. Or you told me this, right? Just the candle, the bed. It's like the same as like people who smoke in bed. I don't smoke in bed. You know what I mean? Like that's a teenager thing. You know what I mean? Like, get out of bed. Get out of bed. Oh yeah. Thank you, Emoji King. I knew I said something, but I couldn't remember what it was.
My hands are still purple.
They are? You're a purple people eater. You matched that house in California near Creatrix. The house that they painted purple. She's not impressed with me. So this card keeps coming up pretty much every single stream. Card number 22. Sacred Ibis. Learning. The letting go, the getting of wisdom takes time. So be patient with your learning and delve deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Continual learning is a keystone to growth. While everyone has a source of wisdom inside of them, not everyone chooses to exercise it. You can cast magic, but do it with full knowledge of the consequences. I know, eh? Blue says, gee, I'm ready to like rent a pontoon and just be like, oops, my 3-hour tour got away with me. Yes. Yes, yes. My 3-hour tour got away with me, and yes, this is my, you know, blah, blah, blah. We didn't go pick up anybody in Canada and, like, you know.
Maybe not a pontoon.
But we can sleep on a pontoon. We need a ship, matey.
Get a yacht.
Oh, let's get a tall ship and just get us all aboard. True. I can't imagine a pontoon on Huron. I wish I had a car. I'd at least meet you at Manitoulin Island. Oh my gosh. I was looking for land on Manitoulin and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Manitoulin Island. If I had a car right now, everything would be thrown in the fucking car and we'd be camping on Manitoulin Island right now. No joke. So the next card up after the 22 is the 44. Jackal, truth. Authenticity is important. Live your truth fearlessly. Someone around you is not telling the truth. Do not fear what you can't control. We will all leave a legacy, so you should consider what this might mean for you. Sometimes we need a big dose of truth in our lives, which is where the jackal energy is a positive force. Even when finding out the truth of a situation means pain, it's better to know the truth, and the jackal can be the comfort. Also, call upon the energy when you or others are affected by death. Allow yourself to know, right, that the soul is being carefully protected and watched over. Exactly. The jackal also represents death. Yeah. I see it as the death, like that. A lot of me feels like, although I keep saying, like, I feel like myself, I'm not the same self that I was, like, at the end of July. I'm not that same self that I was at the end of July. So I am myself. I feel more like myself every day, but I'm not the same self I let go of at the end of July, that's for sure.
That sounds like a song.
Blue says, yes, G. That mom's intuition, many of us have it, and some of us are not moms. Yeah, but I believe that some people who are not mothers and fathers have more motherly or fatherly intuition, compassion, and empathy than some people who are parents, right? Being a parent doesn't mean somebody's, natural ability to be a mother or father actually ever kicked in, right? Some people have been parents their whole lives. They've even been grandparents, and you know what I mean? They've never embodied, that sacredness of certain things. That's it, right? But yeah. I find that often men, especially who have not had children, will think that they don't know how to be good with kids, but it's the exact opposite. Their inner child that, they didn't have their own child, so they didn't have certain things, they didn't live certain things of what it's like to actually have a feminine that's pregnant, because everybody wants to glorify that, but it's not the best. And so part of most relationships, even if they were thriving before a pregnancy, that it's the part that the masculine and feminine are separated because there's not enough intimacy for most couples, right? But the fact that some men, when they haven't lived that, and then they when they allow themselves to be part of, their, with their little cousins or their nieces or nephews, or when they come into the life of a feminine who has one or more children, and they allow themselves to just be authentic, that they embody a father energy that's so simple and pure, because they're not trying to be the authority controlling dominant masculine that is worried about like fucking everything up. They just step into a child's life and love them, and allow them most of the time to be themselves in a way that sometimes your own father or your own people in your life, your grandpa, your aunts, or your uncle, your people, didn't allow you to shine that way because they want you to like doing certain things, so they don't realize that for years you never even said that you liked something anymore because they don't want you to do that. Or they don't care if you like to read or write, or if you like playing video games. And then when a masculine comes in and they actually care that somebody plays video games and they're interested in reading this or talking about this when nobody else was, right? So the gifting of why, there's some people who are are childless, but are the most important parent caregiver figures in other people's lives. And like, that's huge. Like, I stand by that. For everyone who ever felt or had completely been abandoned by their mom or dad or whatever, there's always some sort of role of a figure. Sometimes it's only somebody that passed through your life for a moment, a certain timeline of time, but there's always a role of somebody that somebody is like grateful, looked up to, or had, even if it's just a little bit, to emulate that father mother feeling, right? Being a parent does not make somebody, a safe or pure or good caregiver. Any idiot can have a baby, guys. Any idiot can have a baby. It's harder to buy a dog than it is to have a baby, right? It's more complicated to go find a cat than it is to buy a baby, to make a baby, excuse me. Yeah, some people sell babies too, but you know what I'm saying? It's easier to get pregnant without even realizing you're pregnant. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to think that kids are conceived in love or wanted or even expected, when I would estimate that half or more of children born into this world, nobody even had a clue they were coming, right? There wasn't like I consent, we're sitting here, we're going to make a baby today. No, it's like, you know what I mean? Some people didn't even get to choose to consent to have a child. And you know what I mean? It was forced. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, right? Anyways. No way. Heidi Grumpy's is where they have Heidi's Benedict. Jumbo Jenga, Connect 4. Right on.
We have a big glow in the dark Connect 4.
Yeah, we got a giant Jumbo Connect 4 too. We got it gifted last week. Blue says, I think I'm going to give up my truck and get another vehicle. Hubby doesn't have time, and I don't have the want to fix my truck. Yes, Annie, today's the 11th, the 22, and the 44. Next card would be the 66, and I live near Route 66. Right on, T. Gonna go do my meditation. Good night, all. Good night, dude. Thanks for being here. Blue says, we just discussed that earlier, G. The one that carries those that don't know how. Yep. And yeah, G, I know a mom like that, and I agree. They become a mentor. Yes, exactly. Emoji King, let's pray for Sandra and Leonard. Yes. Love you, Jack. Beaver coming up again. Beaver came up yesterday. She's been up a few times, which is pretty cool. Beaver is a super sync totem for me. Beaver, 27. Work. To love your work is a gift. Find a balance between work and rest. It is worth aligning your work with your purpose if you can. I think those words are ridiculous. I'm going to say it straight up. Anybody written a book in the last 4 years, because you know what I mean, saying to anyone, if you can, I don't think it's even an option anymore, right? People are being stripped of their work and what they thought their life was for already 2 years now. I don't think it's possible to be going against the grain much longer and doing work that doesn't serve a greater good, right? So it's not only if possible, it's the only way through. You must you must serve your purpose. We're not here to keep on the matrix stuff of people existing in jobs that don't even actually exist, are not needed. They don't serve a greater good. It's all just bullshit. We're done with that paradigm, right? Being positively, mindfully engaged in your work, no matter what it might be, is healthy. Yeah, and that's one of the things I spoke of yesterday. It's like, seriously, even if you don't like your job, get out of it. Because if you're not giving your 144% to your employer, whether you work for anyone, that person at the end of the day has debt, is needing you to give you their 144%. And if you're not doing that, then let it go. Let somebody else who's going to be like shit eating grin happy, saying to everybody, oh my God, I got this job. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. So that they can give their 144%. Right? That's it. It's so simple. Like, if you don't feel happy, if you are at work and you wouldn't want you as an employee, like if you think about it today, like let's say you work somewhere and you work 40 hours and you really think about how much time you spend on the internet and not even focused on your job, would you want you as an employee? Are you actually fucking proud of yourself for what you do every fucking day? Because at this point, think about how you're siphoning somebody else if you don't give your 144% where you are. And everybody wants to think that a boss is like, bosses are not rich. If somebody owns a restaurant or if somebody who owns fucking Walmart and shit, these are just private people. It's not the elite going to be affected. It's not the elite giving you your fucking paycheck. It's a mom or a dad or a grandma or grandpa that's like working their fucking ass off, right? It's the same as when COVID and lockdowns and people are like, want to stand up for freedom to the little girl at the front of Walmart. Who the fuck do you think you are to stand up for your fucking freedom when you're 6 feet tall at Walmart for a little girl or a 60-year-old woman doing a fucking job? That's not standing up for your freedom. Standing up for your freedom is going way higher up. Not the little employee who's like every fucking day living fear and trauma and drama from people who want to be sovereign, right? I remember a guy posting a video and he was like so proud of himself. I was like, who do you think you are to be proud of yourself? If that was your daughter, your aunt, your mom, or your sister, you'd have fucking possibly face jail time for how you'd go kick the shit out of whoever did that to your mom, your sister, or your child. Right? The people down below are not the ones who did anything, right? And it's like I would say to people, if you are so adamant about not wearing a mask, you got to make a big debate about it. Go see the manager. Go see the owner, right? Go talk to somebody. Look them in the eye and say, there's no fucking way I'm wearing a mask. And I got like 10 friends who are ready to come shopping at 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock on Wednesdays. Like, figure something out, right? All the fucking bitching and all the stuff that's not even directed where it needs to be, directed everywhere. It's like when a hockey team wins the fucking Stanley Cup and then their town is destroyed by fans. Well, great, you destroyed the fucking town because the fucking team won. What would you have done if they lost? Who the fuck destroys their own fucking property of their own town and city? Right? That doesn't even make any sense. Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm rambling. I am. You just saw Beaver? Annie, my ex was in love with a Hilda Beaver. I never knew her. Beaver, master dam builders, yes.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yes. Beaver. Heidi, I don't think I've seen one in the wild, just a zoo. You as well? I'm used to seeing beavers in the wild. Not right now, not without a car, but I'm used to seeing beaver. I'm used to seeing beaver on a very normal occurrence, right? They're my dudes. Blue, the one I saw wasn't bothered by the nearby traffic or me just being there. He kept just doing his thing, paying no mind to any of us. Yeah, and they're curious little critters. Like if you're kayaking or boating or fishing and just, they'll come close to see. They're curious. Curious Georges. Annie, busy little critters, yes. And exactly, Blue, when people think that that's how to achieve sovereignty, it's actually, it's scary and it's sad. If you think standing up for your sovereignty is being, a big dude standing over a little girl or a little woman or an older gentleman or anybody telling them, I'm not going to do this, you can't make me, but what do you mean I can't make you? This is just my fucking job. right? So everybody would have had to quit their fucking job at the same time, then there would have been chaos. Like, hello, right? Gratitude for fucking people who did, do certain services so we all made it through, right? Heidi says, are beavers even in Florida? Exactly, Annie. Yeah, I'd go up to a manager. Same. And what I did in the timeline where I was choosing not to wear a mask is I would walk straight into the store, look at the person who was working, and say, would you rather I stay or I go? Right? Are you okay with me going in here? You want me to just leave? Right? That's it. And some people, you know what they said? Every time you come in, I'm going to say to you that you need to wear your mask because it's a part of my job. I'm being watched, I'm being filmed, and then I want other people to hear it. And it's like, okay, fine. Okay, good. That's what you need. Do you feel good for you're doing your job and I feel good not wearing a mask? Good. Right? That's it. I would walk into a store when they had, a guard at the front and say, I don't want to wear a mask. Are you going to let me in or do I come back another time, when there's no more masks? And most people always let me in. I had one store who said no. And I was like, okay. And it was the most fancy pantsy store, you know what I mean? And it was like, you don't want me here? That's fine. I'll come back when I can be here. I remember when we were at the mall and I wanted to buy cards last year and I wasn't allowed into the bookstore. And I looked at the guy and I was like, well, there's nobody actually in the store. Like I saw her in the back. She just pulled down her mask. I'm not wearing a mask. I'm allowed in the mall. Would you consent to letting me into the store if I tell you I'm going to like the card section right there? I'm going to take 3 minutes at most to make a choice and then I'm going to pay and I'm going to exit. And he was like, okay, but the one thing I'd ask of you is to put the hand sanitizer on because you're going to touch my products. And I was like, sure, I never use that shit, but go ahead. Slap it on me because I am going to touch stuff. I consented and I did that, right? A little bit of give and take, right? Fuck, that stuff ain't going to kill me the one time, right? But still, there was always ways. And then when I decided, fuck this, the way we're being looked at, it doesn't serve me anymore to be sovereign not wearing a mask. It serves me more to wear one and be empathetic and compassionate to the people who are working and have their stories, be there for them to talk to me and blah, 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 right? But anyways. Hey, Matthew. You mean about the beavers? You got beavers where you are, though, dude, in Maine. Potentially we could have the same beavers like fucking like migrating. Well, they don't really migrate, but how's it going, Matthew? Yes, Blue. Even the beasts know better ways to be, G. Exactly. Annie, don't quit your job. You make them fire you. They will be sorry. Yes, Blue says, gee, remember when I told you I had the owner of the store say, if you don't kiss me, I don't care if you wear a mask? Yeah, the playfulness about it, eh, Blue? Yeah. Right on. Angelfish, you were getting a giant and a mini Jenga? From one extreme to the other, eh? Best life. Matthew, I'm pretty sure they're related. Ha! Angelfish says Blue it is, and guess what? Totino is the home of the beavers. Ha, that's funny. Blue. Hubby's way is the best with those masks. He says, yeah, I'm a fart. Let's see how protective it is. Good one. Oh my gosh. If he could fart on command, that would be pretty epic too. Like, seriously. I love it. No kidding, eh? Oh my god. Yeah. Good one. Rawr. 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 The lioness. The lioness, protection, protection, protection. 2 and 1. 3, lioness, protection. You are strongly protected right now. You are invited to embrace your authenticity and to be unafraid to wisely express your emotions. To protect others, we must learn to develop strength in ourselves and to know the power of restraint, which is where the real power lies. Real power. Yes, rar, loyal protection. Rar, yes. If you've ever seen the lioness in the wild, you will immediately understand the nature of the magical of this magnificent feline. Lionesses are hugely powerful and they work as teams. Teams. That's important. To bring down prey and to protect the young. In contrast to the lethal power and tender protectionist is the key to the lioness magic. Right? Lethal power and tender protectiveness. It's like when I said to you earlier today, Blue, that thing of like, why would you fuck with me if I say I'm a mama bear? Okay, that sounds all cute and sweet, and I sound like all like, oh, I'm so cute, and I'm a mama, and I'm a bear, but it's like, do you know what mama bears do to people who fuck with them and their babies? Like, do you get what they do? You don't fuck with a bear. You don't. Right? Like, not because I'm gonna use those aspects of me, but just that's it. You don't. Exactly. The poking of the bear, the wanting to play with the bear. I don't even want to talk about what I saw today, but yeah, I won't. But yeah, it's like you said earlier too. The people always want to be a lion until they got to do lion stuff. Right? People love a mama bear until they realize what the fucking mama bear stuff is all about. Right? It's true. Great, now they made her grr. Exactly. And that's the thing too, eh? Everybody talks about wanting women to be strong. Everybody talks about women wanting to be authentic and empowered and what's the other word? An embodiment. But guess what? Ain't nobody ready for somebody who actually is. Right? Oh my God. It's not all Guddles and sunbathing. No, it's not. And it's not all like, oh, so simple and easy and just all of it, right? There's a lot of fucking layers and, you know, where's the consistency, the loyalty? Yeah, didn't I describe that earlier? Strength is the restraint of doing what the lion knows it can easily do. Yep. And that's the cool thing too, right? We spoke this morning, Blue. Almost everything on some level that we touched on, because we bounced around so many things, has come up within the stream at some point. Through the cards and, you know what I mean? So that's how, you know, all of it. The words that we said this morning are coming up and you know, in here and everything that's coming up with the cards. Wow. That's the first time I think that the peacock comes up with this deck because I've got 3 animal decks in all. But that's the first time with this deck that I've seen the peacock that I can remember. I've only had the deck for 2 weeks or 3. I can't even remember. I'm so bad with like the timelines of anything now, right? But so yeah, peacock's always coming up, but not from this deck. It's beautiful. Peacock, prosperity. Prosperity is coming to you. A flow of abundance, it's on its way. Expect a new income stream. Clear the energy in your home or office. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult circumstances. Wow. I certainly hope so. Peacock magic is shimmery and rich, and the energy you call upon when you need more abundance in all areas of your life. And like the goddess Lakshmi, the peacock represents beauty and pure light. So when you need to clear your space, call upon this iridescent power. And right here I got Angel Fishy. Angel Fishy sent me this last year and a half ago. Right? A little bit West Coast peacock feathers. Blue, clearing the ancestral energy. Gee, that's what I've been working on in this 3D awakening wave. It is a absolutely gorgeous card. The Superconscious Explorers. Bears are a powerful animal for me. They show up in dreams a lot. I had to get a root canal done yesterday and I asked my guides for strength. Get there, lay down in the chair. And it was a bear documentary on TV. Oh, roar, right on. Just that, eh? To be able to, wow, that's magical, to be honest. Especially, you know what I mean? Oh, God. Yeah. Thank you, Blue. Peacock is also connected to Hera, Queen of Zeus. The many eyes of heaven is Hera's gown. Whoa, yeah. Huh, yes. And I can see the gown, an image that I've seen before. I'm going to take a little break, and I do believe that when I come back, there probably won't be much coming up from me, but I don't know. Yeah. A lot of me needs to integrate some of the messages and stuff. Some of the messages that keep coming up, I can't help but be like, okay, like what is for me in there? Because I don't necessarily, like, yes, I integrate and believe that the messages are for me, what I'm pulling, because it's just for all of us. But there's just the certain card of the truth is going to come out soon that keeps coming up. It's just, it's annoying me. It's like, could it happen? I don't know if it's for me or for somebody else, or if a little bit of all of us are going to get some, like, some good truths or some hard truths and stuff. Like, what the fuck is the fucking truth? Could it come out? Right? And again, if it's not meant for me, then okay, I keep pulling that same message day after day, week after week. It's fine, but is it for me or not? Like, I'm asking, right? I'm asking. Anyways, I'll be right back. gosh, me so hungry. I just put shepherd's pie in the oven so that it's gonna be hot for me. Yes, Blue, the gown drags like the peacock drags its tail. Yeah. More bear clouds, Annie, blowing smoke? Right on. Well, gee, what we experience outside of ourselves is a reflection of our insides, says Blue. And Superconscious Explorer says, yes, Blue, yes. Everything is a reflection, just something that needs to be seen or felt. Blue says, yes. And those that are the closest to us are the deepest reflection we can have. But when we come here, many say, I dream to be this or that or whatever, and then they just know someone like that and they already know. Exactly, Blue. The problem is when people are not honest with who they are or how great their life is. Many say it's all good and then it's not. So by humanity doing this, it blurs the reflection. Thank you, because what I was just thinking of is like, okay, then why exactly the blurry reflections, the lack of authenticity, the not wanting to be completely forthright, right? The blur. We can have all the gifts we got, but if people are blurring shit up all the time, yes, we know, but to what point, right? And when many people, I'm connected to many people because I do this, right? Really am. So, you know, when there's certain people and all at the same time or in the same timeline at the day, because you guys are kind of used to me being on at the same time almost, and are thinking like, oh, I hope G's coming on, or I want G to come on, or when some people are actually calling me like, G, we need you, I need you, please come on, and feeling all of that stuff, and then the transparency of those who say that they're the ones who do that and how that feels, right? It's pure. Right? When Wolf Dude will say to me, I was wishing you were going to be here and there you were, all that kind of thing. But then amplify by how many people that don't validate, that think certain things, right? Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. Yes, Blue. The Scooby-Doo lines around the aura and between the timelines, and I mean it, G. I'm seriously looking for the one threading the needle. I'm asking for something to come to me of that, Blue. Right? Or where am I going to see that thread the needle written or being said out loud in the next 24 hours? Like, there's more to that. There's some, you know what I mean? Card 32, Rhinoceros, moderation. Seek moderation in all of things. Find the middle path. Not everything is an extreme choice of black or white. Being passionate about something is positive, but to be obsessed is not. Leave behind what you no longer need. The magic of the rhino is a beautiful dance between strength, power, and moderation. This is an incredibly powerful animal, yet is balanced with calm and restraint. I'm going to switch animal decks and see if multiple animals come up. Meaning, you know, the animals that have come up, the same ones will come up in different deck or other animals. the honeybee. Divine Feminine, you're being called to rise. I'm not going to read all the book of this. I'm just going to do a flash of a bunch of cards for the syncs and flow. Grab what resonates with you and leave the rest. Honeybee. Divine Feminine, you're being called to rise. Okay, so I did a 3 pull from this one. The first one was the honeybee. The second one is the eagle, ancestral healing. Your ancestors are holding space for you to heal your past. Eagle energy. The cactus reminds me of Annie D. Blue says, G, the seed I'm planting in winter is the needed anchor for 5D Gaia. And ooh, hubby is home, my honey. Honey is the same time as the honeybee, so I'm gonna have to go. Love you all muches. Good, go enjoy your man, sweetie. Enjoy. And then the third card was the golden unicorn. Awaken your soul's potential. Ascension. No way. Blue says, and he's wearing his work shirt that has the eagle on it. Boom. Freaking right, Cotton. Freaking right. I love it. And then, yeah, the golden unicorn is the last one, sweetie, which is like the last, one of the last things we talked about at the end of our other conversation, and is going to be the last card you see for the stream. I've always been meaning to ask what his name was, but I never have. Of course it is. His name is Anthony and Honey. Not kidding. Of course. I love it. Love you, Annie. Have a super good evening. Enjoy your dude. I know, sweetie. I know, baby girl. I can't make this up. Love you. Tell your husband I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you a puddle before, as he walked in the door. He says it's babe and honey. Babe. I got you, babe. Babe and honey. Honey, babe. Go enjoy each other, you guys. He loves you. Have a super evening. Thank you so much for being part of my day, Blue. Whew, it means it. Yeah, seriously, thank you to those who made me feel loved even when I was not lovable. Thank you for those who understood when I couldn't speak, but who still chose to reach out and speak to me anyways, even if I was speechless. I really appreciate you guys. It's a hell of a thing to be on here and have people think you're strong and smart and wise, and then when you're not feeling strong, smart, and wise, how it actually feels, you know what I mean, to be in that energy. So thank you to those who see me regardless of if I'm, you know, shining bright or if I feel like a dull little piece of crap. Okay, so I did a quick 3 pull. No, nothing repeated itself, so I answered my own question of, I wonder if I pull other animals, if we're going to get the same ones, like, you know, double peacocks or something, but no. So, 47, Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Think less, feel more. And when you do think, you think like a shark. No wasted movement, no wasted energy of thinking of blah, blah, blah. The clear thought, right? Skunk Spirit, 54, 5 and 4, know your worth. Skunk Spirit, sync, yesterday, when, yesterday, Emoji King had skunk nearby. Know your worth. And then I'm going to be done. This is going to be the last card of the stream today, guys. 67, Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. It's really great if you think you've educated yourself about things, if you have awarenesses, if you think you're a truther, if you think you're awake, if you think anything. But what are you embodying, right? Where's your wisdom that comes forth from that knowledge? Screaming that you know this and that doesn't actually mean shit to the whole world. Actually embodying what you know day after day, consistently, with authenticity, is what's needed for the world, right? It don't matter if you think you know things. It matters how you act, what you do with that knowledge. Oh, Dustin, it's been a heck of a couple weeks. Yeah. Dustin Sanaki, I've been going through a lot the past couple weeks. I feel so lost. Yeah, dude. At the minute, like almost August hit, like I swear, Dustin, I can say I've had harder, more hardcore, deeper, blah blah blah, and dark nights of the soul and stuff. But I was vibrating, everything was amazing, and then all of a sudden, like the magic carpet got pulled from underneath me, and it happened so fast. And I'm just starting to truly be able to feel grounded, truly be able to breathe, truly feel like I can rant and ramble and speak without going into either a daze or start crying, Dustin. Good. Me feels you, dude. And in the best way, Dustin. I mean it. Think about you at least a few times a day. Right on. Everything right now, the only thing pulling me through sometimes, Dustin, is really the saying, this too shall pass. And instead of me being angry at that saying, just really like repeating it and believing that this too shall pass. If you haven't done it yet, to print the drawing that I sent, that you have of that I did, Dustin, and just print it off like 5 or 6 times and get some, like, even if you get cheap crayons, it doesn't matter what, markers, crayons, anything, and just color in the lines. Or if you're more of like somebody who works on a computer, like upload it to some sort of app that you could add color into it. Allie did some really great things with some color apps with the computer instead of, manually. And because the lines themselves, like when I do those drawings, guys, every line is with intent and healing and just love. There's no judgment in those lines. There's nothing yucky. And it's a complete trance mode of being focused on whoever I'm doing at the time. If I know somebody named Matthew, I don't go and share another Matthew's drawing with them. I make a Matthew drawing for that Matthew, right? Because the name can come back, and there's many. So, that other drawing doesn't matter. Like, okay, in another timeline, somebody could take that drawing and be fine. But the intention when I make a drawing specifically, right, is going towards the lines, the healing, the third eye opening. You can just look at the lines and ask your third eye to just like work the muscle of it, right? Look in the lines and get lost in it. See the things that appear. But when you choose to put color, the feeling of having to choose, are you going to choose to color within the lines, or are you going to pass? Because you can, right? You don't have to color in the lines. You're not going to get in trouble if you don't, right? But the choosing the colors, and that when the drawing comes to life, how things come out, right? So it can help ground and anchor into the now. So especially if, feeling ungrounded, hands are kind of shaky, and it's like, okay, it's fine. The drawing's not going to be perfect, but having to focus and concentrate on it takes away. It's like when you're a child and you're doing something and just coloring and you're just letting yourself do it. The same thing happens as an adult. That feeling kicks in of just being focused on one thing for pleasure, for no reason than to add color, right? Good, Dustin. I have a session with a healer tomorrow. I'm hoping to make some progress. Right on. Yeah. Allow yourself to be completely open and vulnerable, Dustin. That's one of the things I would always say to would wish that if you're going to spend the time to go exchange energy and have somebody like completely let guard down. Nothing is embarrassing, nothing's too shy to ask about. Allowing for the person to truly connect with you and see into you without shame. There's no shame of anything. We have all seen and heard it all and embodied most of it, or had reflections of certain things in our life. Nothing really shocks us, you know what I mean, in the sense of what people need to have witnessed, right? Allow the connection, Dustin. That's how the progress can happen, with the allowing of it. And trust yourself, trust your body, trust how it feels. It loves you, Dustin. Okay, I'm gonna stop because my shepherd's pie is gonna burn. I can smell it. I love you guys. Have a beautiful evening.